Terry, tell him, please, not to forget the paperwork I mentioned.
Yeah, all right. You ready?
Prepared, Terry. Prepared.
Andrew's waiting in the car. Oh, he said don't forget that paperwork you mentioned.
Well,
I'm not even going to ask.
in that case, I'll educate you.
Oh, no.
The first thing you've got to remember, Terry, above everything else, personal appearance, my son.
Go on, then, I'm freezing.
Terry! Terry!
What's up? What's up?
It's Arthur. Come on.
Well, where is he then, eh? Lift? Oi, you all right, son? Come on. On your plates. That's it. What happened?
Oh, it's best you shouldn't know.
How is that, eh? Another drink, Dave, please. Not conversation.
You can always appeal again, can't you?
Oh, no, this is it.
Ruin. Financial catastrophe. You are fired.
Oh, thank you. You know, I do my best, but every time he has to pay a little tax, I'm fired.
A little tax. 20 grand immediately or I'm nicked.
Come on, I don't know what you're going on about. It's the first time that you've had to pay more than the pittance in the last 5 years I know of.
10.
Yeah, you must owe them 3 times what you're going to pay them.
5.
You know, as an accountant, Andrew, you make a very good assassin.
Oh, thank you. I wish I had half of what I've saved you over the years.
Can't have helped much, you going in dressed like that.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Turn up in a Savile Row whistle, gold kettle on me wrist, silk shirt and Peckham from Jermyn Street, pair of handmade St. Louis, and then persuade a man I'm a pauper?
Oi, Arthur, they're not mugs, these people, you know. I mean, they get merchants like you in every day with stories like that, don't they? Look, they've got to have some idea of your income, right? So they can suss immediately that you're a wrong 'un who's trying to make out he's a dosser. I mean, stupid they are not.
It has worked before.
Yeah, but that is before Humphrey Greystone.
Up for you.
A direct descendant of that Spanish Inquisition mob, aren't they, Hans?
Yeah, well, the man is a zealot. Yeah, I've had dealings with him before, you know, for other clients. You see, I mean, horror stories I could tell you. He does not believe your sincerity to pay up until you go bankrupt.
Not that word, please.
Yeah, but why has he suddenly got lumbered with this Humphrey geezer?
Well, Humphrey Geezer is about to retire, and he's taken it upon himself to leave the Inland Revenue with his image intact.
What image?
As a tenacious and rapacious hunter of tax evaders.
Avoiders.
Avoiders.
Her indoors ain't going to be too happy about getting rid of all the jewellery and furs, eh?
I don't want to add to your troubles, Arthur, but there have been a couple of phone calls. The second-hand said he wants $1 grand you owe him for goods various.
This is not the best of timing, Dave.
Freddie the Fly, he needs payment for 2 motors you had off him last week.
It's cruel. It's cruel.
There's only one way out of this problem, Arthur.
What's that?
Chop yourself.
Well, I don't know what you're laughing for.
You can't be serious.
I'm deadly serious, with the emphasis on the dead.
Top yourself? You?
No, Dave's quite right. It's the only way.
Arthur, it's ridiculous.
We'll see.
Nah, he's got to be on a wind-up, hasn't he?
What do you think, eh?
More chance of being struck by lightning.
Mind you, he did phone up the Samaritans, you know.
You joking?
No. They hung up on him.
Sounds about right.
Hotel. Justin.
Oh, Freddie.
Arthur about, is he?
Arthur, no, I don't know where he is, mate.
Might try the mortuary.
Yeah. Or the river.
It's difficult, isn't it? Pardon? Choosing the appropriate...
Oh, well, yes. As a matter of fact...
A loved one, was it?
Loved one? Well, yes, I suppose he has been very close to me all my life. Very close. Relative? Yes, it is, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, indeed. May one ask, is the departed to be interred or cremated, sir?
Oh, that's difficult to answer because he hasn't decided yet.
Oh, I see, he's not yet. May one inquire how long?
Oh, the usual length, 6 feet should do it.
Perhaps I should just show you our brochure.
No, that won't be necessary. What I was wondering was, say there were no remains, so to speak. Is there a procedure whereby one has to purchase a thingy to authenticate the fact that no, I don't think I'm making myself clear, am I?
If it's all right with you, sir, I'll just get the senior partner. He's very understanding about pre-bereavement shock.
No, I don't know where he is, no. No, I haven't seen him myself for a couple of days. Well, send him a bill. It's nothing to do with me. No, I don't know where he lives, all right?
You can send Mr. Daly in now, Mary. Mr. Daly, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
All right, are we?
Well as can be expected under the circumstances, Mr. Muir. The stress of commercial pressure takes its toll, you know.
Oh, yes, it does indeed. But no problem with the forces of law and order this time, I hope.
No, not exactly. No, it's more of a personal matter.
Uh-huh.
There is a time in the affairs of man when, if taken at the flood, you know. Yeah, what I'm trying to say is the tide is out.
I'm sorry, I don't quite follow you.
The fact is, I am here to make my last will and testament.
Oh, I see. Nothing, I mean, I trust it isn't any physical problem that has decided you on this?
No. It's more your mental condition.
Why do I have to be here, eh?
Friendship, Terry. Friendship and, I would hope, understanding.
You've got to be mental if you think this is going to solve your problems.
Terry, please. Look, dying is a serious business. And as a personal favour to me, I would like you to treat the subject with some respect. If not for me, for those who are going to be left behind.
Well, I'm sure your creditors will be deeply moved by your departure.
Oh, that's another thing. I'm relying on you to pick up any money's outstanding to me when I'm gone and make sure Earl indoors cops it.
Am I listening to this?
Ask not for whom the bell tolls, Terry. It tolls for the independent entrepreneur, forced across the Stygian ferry by the evil conglomerates of bureaucracy. Excuse me.
Oh, where are you going?
To select a point of departure. Somewhere symbolic, dignified.
You?
Where more poignant than the roof of the Inland Revenue. Oh, my God, no. Oh, no, I do not like the idea of that, Terry. I could change my mind halfway down, and then what would happen?
But you're not going down,
No,
are you?
you're right. I'm being driven.
Oh, do we have to go through all this codswallop?
Look, Terence. It's at a time like this a man needs to take stock of his life. Has it been meaningful? Has it been worthy? Has it been honest in a world bent on greed and corruption?
Honest, you?
Yeah, I like to think it has.
Hey, do what?
It will it. Will it? And I'm sure I'm right to answer in the affirmative. Will it leave some small, honourable mark on a wall of time?
Oh, no, I thought you'd leave a big honourable mark. All over the pavement.
Well, I guess you wouldn't understand. You've never had to struggle to get a crust on the black market with bombs falling all round.
that again.
You've always been cosseted too much. Always had someone else look after your welfare. Someone like me.
You? I did bird down to you.
That's right. Taunt me with that. Taunt me with that. Never mind all the handouts I gave you. Earl abuse. Bury the hobnail.
Go on, jump.
Terry! You see, Terry, when you've grafted hard all your life, trying to tuck away a modest little nest egg to protect yourself against the ravages of inflation and the infirmities of senior citizenship.
Yeah.
And all that against the odds.
Yeah.
Dependents, thieves, charlatans. Well, naturally you feel a moral outrage when that nest egg is seriously looted by the Inland Revenue, just to pay for nuclear warheads and junkets for MPs.
Arthur, the taxman only after 20 grand,
Only? Only 20 grand? Like a Rockefeller. No, Terry. That 20 large ones is just the start. They mean to pauperise me. Even if I ended up sleeping on the embankment, they'd come and nick the newspapers off me back. There comes a time when a man has got to make a stand. Is this the main line?
I think so, yeah.
Hold up, what? Could have killed me.
I thought that was the idea.
Not like that. Too messy. Too messy. Perfect. Perfect.
God, give me strength.
Hey, I'm in here. Paid for by the gentleman over there at the bar. Hello, Freddie.
Hey, you seen Arthur about that?
You are far from the first person to ask me that question, and the answer is no.
You know where he lives, don't you?
I'm afraid not. I don't think anybody knows where Arthur lives.
Oh, Terry must.
I haven't seen much of him lately either. Well, are you buying?
No.
On your bike then?
Ours has been a rewarding friendship, Terence. I have never let you down, you know that.
Oh, of course I do, Arthur.
Well, I hope you remember it in the days to follow and do everything I've asked you to. And that is the last request of a man about to take that step, well, more of a plunge, in order to shake off the shackles of this mortal coil, so to speak. Go into that great dark unknown alone, totally alone.
I'm just stunned. I never thought for a second he'd actually do it.
I wish it was me that owed him money.
I'll drink to that.
Oh, it's bleeding lovely, isn't it?
What?
Well, a man's only been brown bread 3 minutes, and all you can worry about is a poxy dough he owed you.
Oh, don't get me wrong, Tell. Arthur would be the first to understand there's no sentiment in business.
I don't know. I'm feeling very sentimental about that lump of wedge he owed me.
And me about the monkey I had coming.
Well, I, for one, don't give a damn about the slate he hasn't settled up with me. I shall miss Arthur and all his little strokes.
Yeah, he was a one-off, all right. I mean, and when you think about it, we're all going to be better off. I mean, in the long run, we're all going to end up saving money, aren't we? You've got to give the man credit for that.
Let's drink to Arthur. To Arthur.
This is on Arthur's slate, isn't it, Dave?
Now, let's have a little respect, young man. Oh, Mr. Chisholm.
If only the devil could cast his net, eh, Jones?
I go.
Oh, what is this? You all look like you've bought something off Arthur Daly.
It's Arthur Daly who has bought you, Mr. Chisholm.
How's that?
Arthur is no longer with us.
What? Hasn't been nicked on some other manor, has he?
He's dead, you.
Suicide note. I, Arthur Edward Daly, being of sound if tormented mind, having been persecuted by this penal tax system that punishes the honest entrepreneur, harassed unjustly by certain police officers. If this gesture can help the cause of the persecuted. Right, McCann, where is he?
Do you have trouble reading or something?
The only thing I believe in the papers is the date. Now, where is he and what's he up to?
Says here, Gov, that no body's been discovered as yet.
Oh, really?
Jones!
You do realise, I hope, Mr. Beadle, that technically you have committed an offence?
Really? In what way?
You shouldn't have touched this letter.
let alone read and published same, before we, the proper authorities, had decided it would not jeopardise any investigation.
Investigation?
Into the circumstances of this so-called suicide.
The police were informed.
After you copy the letter.
Are you telling me that you suspect foul play, Sergeant?
Telling you anything, Mr. Beadle. Except that where Arthur Daly is concerned, everything is what it seems to be. Very suspect.
Sergeant Chisholm, you wouldn't happen to be one of the police officers Mr. Daly referred to in that suicide note, would you?
There you go.
John. Call me John.
Hello, John.
And you are?
Dave.
Well, Dave, as I was saying, there's a really good human interest story here. You know, something that the public can sympathise with. Big Brother's indifference to the little man, that sort of thing.
Arthur didn't have a big brother.
The state. Bureaucracy.
Oh, that, yeah.
Mrs. Daly was very helpful. She put me on to you. But she wasn't very informative about your friend. I imagine she's still in shock, poor woman.
We all are. Well, if you'd have known Arthur, you'd realise what unbelievable pressure he must have been under to do what he did.
Exactly, Dave, exactly. And that's why this angle, aspect, needs publicly airing. Your late friend made the ultimate sacrifice. He deserves that at least.
The ultimate sacrifice. You're right.
So, any background you can give me?
Well, you were a bit...
A bit what?
Well, not exactly sympathetic, like, you know.
The woman is Arthur Daly's wife. Has been for a number of years. You seriously think she isn't part of the conspiracy?
What conspiracies I think of?
Keep it up, Jones. Keep it up.
A what? A memorial collection? For Arthur? Yeah, I thought we could donate the dough to his favourite charity. What was that then? The Royal Association for Retired Entrepreneurs. RARE. Rare.
It's bleeding rare. It don't exist.
It does. I've often heard Arthur talk about it. Well, all right, then we could club together and buy him an headstone.
With no body to stick under it.
Well, a small monument then. I don't know, say a bust of Arthur with his hat on and a cigar jammed in his mouth and a few suitable words ramped underneath. You know, like Arthur Daly, King of the Duckers and Divers.
Are you mugging me?
Oh, of course not, Till. I'm serious. Quite a few of the chaps have already promised to put in. Honest.
Who's going to contribute? Well, I'll tell you what, who's doing the collecting then?
Well, I don't mind, unless you want to do it.
Me? No, I've got too much to sort out here.
Well then?
Well then what?
Well, how much you want to put in the pot?
Oh, well, how much everyone else putting in, eh?
Well, a couple of nifties, the odd pony.
Oh, hold on. There you go.
A tenner? Tell you was closer to Arthur than anybody.
And that's all I've got.
All right, mate. No one wants you to skint yourself.
But listen, if that don't end up where it's supposed to, I'm going to break your legs. You know that, don't you?
Oh, leave it out. Of course it will. Here, how comes you're taking the prices off?
Her indoors asked me to.
I was just inquiring how you found luncheon, Mr. Black.
Oh, quite easily, Mrs. Mount. It was placed on the table in front of me.
Oh, very witty, Mr. Black. But then, of course, with you being a writer, oh, it must be fascinating.
Yes, it does have a certain je ne sais quoi about... Oh, sorry.
Bilingual. Might one inquire exactly what it is one writes, Mr. Black?
Oh, words, you know.
Novels?
Yes, them and all. Goodness me, it's at the time. You must excuse me, I have to get back to the Muse.
Fascinating.
You bastard, you no good bastard. Oh, I should have known you. I mean, how could you do this, eh? I mean, have me believing it. God, I should have known, of course. You wait till I get hold of you, that's all. You just wait.
Listen, instead of this torrent of verbal abuse, I would have thought a note of joyous surprise would have been more in order.
It was vital to the schemes of things that you maintain the correct balance of...
Dismay, dignity, and stoic forbearance in this your tragic loss. I mean, if you were convinced, everyone else would be, wouldn't they?
Convinced? Listen, do you know something? We had a wake for you at the Winchester, didn't we?
A wake? Did you really? Hey, tell me, Terry, who's at this wake?
Have you read the papers?
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. Tax inspectors read papers. Nice little convincer, wasn't it?
Arthur?
Don't talk directly at me. Pretend to be reading your paper.
I am reading my newspaper. But what is all this, eh? I mean, why couldn't we meet in a pub or something? You look like Groucho Marx.
Shh, Terry. I'm trying to be incognito. Don't nose it. I could be recognised rabbiting with you. Disguise or no disguise. Oh, my God. Do you see the way she looked at me as if she knew me?
Arthur, if you insist on behaving like one of the 10 most wanted, everyone's going to have a second look, aren't they?
What do you mean, Groucho Marx?
You know, Sydney, I imagine a really keen police officer could find almost anything he wanted to amongst all this stuff.
Is that a threat, Mr. Chisholm?
Let's just call it an observation for now, shall we?
And I'm saying, if I was pulled a stroke like you're suggesting to get out of paying me my wedge, you'll be among the first to know.
Come on, Jones.
Justine's doing that for me? Oh, that's nice. You certainly find out who your friends are when you're dead, Terry.
Yeah, well, when you come back to the land of the living, I want my 25 quid back. No. Come to think of it, I want it back now. And my out-of-pocket expenses.
Well, I can't deny I'm not a little hurt that you consider my memory worth only a mere pony. How much has he collected so far?
Yes, of course, Mrs. Daly. I'll be only too pleased to help in any way I can. Well, we all have to go on living, don't we?
She asked me to take the prices off all the motors and make sure she had all the MOTs and logbooks.
Aye?
Oh, yeah, and any relevant accounts or bits of paper that got anything to do with running the car lot.
Yeah, well, why would she do that?
I don't know. I could hardly ask her, could I? Maybe she's selling up.
Selling up my car lot?
Yeah, well, if you hadn't stuck her name down for so many things to dodge paying taxes, she couldn't do it, could she?
That is not the point. I've only been dead a week.
So what difference that make?
What difference? It's indecent ace, that's what it is. She couldn't, she wouldn't. She must be suffering from the most terrible shock. Now, look, I want you to go and see her and find out what she's up to.
Oh, all right, yeah, I'll give her your regards while I'm at it, shall I?
Yeah, no, don't be silly. How can you do that?
Exactly. It's none of my bleeding business, is it? And she'll be the first one to tell me. And I don't understand why you can't let her in on what's happening.
I'd love to, Terry, but I daren't. The slightest bit of aggro from Plod or the tax people, and she'd crack up and give the game away. I mean, she's a good woman, but she's, you know, not very bright up here.
Arthur, she's your wife, for God's sake. And you're conning her into thinking you're dead.
Yeah, I know. It's dreadful that she should have to endure this terrible sense of loss. And that also applies to my other friends who loved and respected me.
Well, they're definitely feeling a sense of loss, they are.
No, I tell you what. Get hold of my accountant, Andrew, a bit cunning. He'll know what's going on. I don't want my death to ruin my living.
Terry, look, I know that you and Arthur were muckers, or, well, friends, mates, chums, close. Yeah, but I have to ask you, what business is it of yours?
Yeah, well, we're also sort of partners, you know. I was just wondering.
Yeah, but no disrespect intended. But I mean, in a business sense, you were never really Arthur's partner.
Well, all I want to know is whether her indoors is selling the car lot.
Yes. Now, Terry, Terry, let me ask you something. Now, do you know what is meant by breach of confidence?
Well, yeah, but I mean, this has got nothing to do with that.
Good. I'm so glad. Because you will appreciate that I'm a professional man and I have to work within a professional code of ethics. Please. Thank you. Sorry. Terry, do you want me to put myself on offer?
Eh?
Oh, no, sorry. Place myself within the frame.
Do what?
Yeah, look, do you want me to ruin my reputation by imparting privileged information?
No. Hold on. Look, you are Arthur's accountant, right?
Yeah, no. Was Arthur's accountant. Was. Now I'm handling the accounts for his widow. I'm sure Arthur, God rest his soul, would want it that way. Now, as an honourable man, what can I do?
Yeah, well, if you think about it, I mean, what difference is it going to make if I know or not, eh?
None at all. So why are you asking?
I just want what Arthur owes me. It's only right.
Well, you're going to have to wait until the estate is settled then, aren't you? Part of which is this lot, right? Which can't be touched until the court or whoever decides what goes where.
So I'd take a bit of gear in lieu, a few fridges, a telly, who's to know?
Me.
I'm warning you, Tel. If you and Arthur doing all this
Look,
just
I'm
to
ever
try
so
and
busy,
not...
Sid, all right?
Mr. Black? Oh, Mr. Black, you're in occupation. I'm so sorry, I did knock and call.
No, perfectly all right,
I
Mrs.
just
Brown.
wanted to check that Maid had tidied the rooms.
Yes, yes, it's all very nice, thank you.
Oh, you're creating.
Oh, well,
Fascinating.
just a few rough notes.
Oh, for your new novel?
Yeah,
It must be. Do you normally use hotel stationery to...
Yes, yes.
I expect you'll think that I'm terribly inquisitive, but I wonder if I might just have...
Oh, no, it is very rough, and I do have to do a lot of polishing.
Oh, I'd consider it a deep privilege to be allowed to see how a professional writer works.
Oh.
I do a bit myself, actually.
Oh, really?
Poetry.
Oh.
I don't know if it's any good, of course. Perhaps I could persuade you to give me an opinion.
Oh, well, yes.
Oh, would you? That would be wonderful. You're so kind. May I?
Well, yes, why not? As a matter of fact, read it out aloud.
Aloud?
Yes. It helps us in the trade to get what we call the rhythm of the nuances.
Oh,
If you follow my meaning.
fascinating.
Yes, it is.
In memory of our dearest friend and benefactor, whose tragic and untimely death has left her indoors and his many, many friends bereft, distraught, and burdened forever with grief. May those who persecuted this noble and unselfish man not go unpunished for taking diabolical liberties. Oh, it's an obituary.
Well, no, it's more your in memoriam. It's a tragic postscript to one of the characters in my book.
Oh.
Well, what do you think?
Fascinating.
Well, I think that leaves only a few minor details to be settled with regard to the rest of the properties.
We do what we can, Mr. Muir.
Indeed. I'm sure Mr. Daly would have been the first to say that everyone must do what one can to help those left behind.
Absolutely, Mr. Muir, absolutely.
Incidentally, have you seen today's paper?
No. Oh, thank you.
Page 2.
Page 2.
Oh, don't you think you've gone a bit strong here?
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. I mean, this bit about Arthur being an honest businessman who would always do someone a good turn before he did him a bad one.
Well, it depends how you read that, eh? Anyway, what's it matter about exaggerating a bit? Arthur was a lot less dodgy than most of them as gets in here. And why run a man down now he's a goner?
It's terrific, this, isn't it?
What's that?
Yeah, look. When asked about Mr. Daly's posthumous allegations, Detective Sergeant Albert Chisholm, a local police officer, declined to comment. Oh, dear, oh, Lord. You'll be wearing a beard and a cloak next.
You seen the papers?
Who hasn't?
Where'd they get that picture of me?
How do I know? I didn't give it to them.
See, you thought I was over the top with the bins and the tash, didn't you? But I was quite right to take precautions, as usual.
As usual. Of course you were, Arthur.
When we're exposed like this, call me Mr. Black. Mug shot in the media. God, where would I be now?
Oh, incidentally, Mr. Black, her indoors has been asking about the car.
Oh? Why?
You borrowed it off the lot, didn't you?
So?
So she's got a logbook and no motor. She thought it'd been nicked.
She hasn't reported it as stolen, has she?
No. I told her that I thought you put it in for repairs somewhere before you,
Well, get it. Come on, I want to know what's been happening.
Pieces you've been doing on the suicide, very good.
Thanks.
Competition's latching onto it.
Yeah, I'd noticed.
I think this could become a runner, even an issue. But I want the edge. See if you can get some sort of statement from this tax inspector. What's his name?
Humphrey Greystone.
Yeah, that's it.
Where do our sympathies lie with this?
Well, I don't imagine many of our readers enjoy paying taxes.
I'm not sure that this Daily character's martyr material.
He can be whatever we want to make him.
9-day wonder, Terence. Nothing to get in a flap about.
Who's in a flap? I mean, it's 2,000 years since someone came back from the dead, isn't it? I mean, we're well overdue for another one.
Yeah, I must say I'm not all that thrilled having my boat on offer. But you see, tomorrow, I'll be yesterday's news. And meanwhile, at the tax office, my file will be shelved under defunct, deceased, done for.
Arthur, I'm beginning to think you really have gone loopy. What do you think Chisholm's going to do when you suddenly turn back up on the manor?
What can he do?
What about conspiracy to deceive, for instance?
Yeah, he's got to prove it. No, I've got a plan. An overall strategy.
Yeah. So did Hitler. And he had a real moustache. Come on, then, what is it?
No, it's all in the development stage at the moment.
Like your brain?
There's nothing wrong with my brain, Terence. I didn't get where I am today by being... what's his name? Yeah, come on, tell us, what did you find out about the car lot? And, how's my memorial collection going?
I ain't putting no tenner into no memorial fund for Arthur. It's his lot that should be giving me money.
Right, I remember that, Sid, when they come round collecting for you.
Yeah? Do you want my opinion? I think it's a load of old cobblers. I think Arthur's about as dead as you are.
Come on, Justin. Sid's got a point, hasn't he? I mean, Arthur's leaping in the river like that's got to be hard to believe, isn't it?
You've had Chisholm bent in your ear as well, ain't you?
Ain't we all?
Well, I believe it, Justin. And there's a score towards it.
Nice one, Freddie.
Well, once a couple of motors when it comes to friendship.
But the man is my accountant.
Was your accountant, which you made a point of emphasising.
I smell treachery, Terry. Treachery and deceit.
Funny that, I didn't know ghosts had a sense of smell.
You made a vow to me on my dying day that you look out for my interests. That was a sacred oath. And I want you to find out what's going on.
Arthur, will you get it into that thick head of yours? There's nothing I can do.
I want you to bung that in the Times in memoriam column.
You're kidding, aren't you?
No. All the top civil servants read the Times death columns so they know how to box for promotion. Well, what do you think?
This noble and unselfish man?
Credibility, Terry. That is the name of the game.
Whose tragic and untimely death has left her indoors. Not her, indoors.
And then when Harold, that was my husband, passed over, I decided to sell the big house and have this part of the hotel converted into my own private quarters.
Very sensible.
Now, where did I put it? Oh, there they are. I call them Poems from the Heart.
Oh, strong stuff. Your patience, strong stuff.
Well, shall we sit down while you read them, Mr. Black?
Oh, yes.
It does seem so silly to keep calling you Mr. Black when we're so, well, sharing a common interest, you might say. What does the G stand for?
Oh, sorry.
G. Black. Your Christian name.
Oh, yes. Graham Black.
Graham Black. Yes, it does have a sort of literary ring to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, yes, it does, yes.
I expect you'll think I'm very ignorant, Graham.
No, not at all, Mrs. Mount.
Do call me Daphne.
Daphne.
Only, is that the name you write under? Because I don't seem to have... Not that I get a lot of time for reading.
No, that is perfectly understandable, Daphne. You see, I write under what we call nominal plumages, colours mostly. Black, white, puce, green.
Green? Oh, you're Graham Green.
No, I ain't got E on the end.
You a writer? It's got to be a right dummy to believe that.
I don't see why.
Come on. It's a lovely place for a meet, this, isn't it?
Well, what do you expect with my boat all over the front pages? Oxford Circus?
But it was you who said don't get in a flap, wasn't it? It was you who said 9-day wonder.
All right. Can I help it if I modestly underestimated the attention my tragic demise would attract?
That's nothing to the attention your reincarnation's going to attract, is it?
All right. The trauma of my own death caused the odd error of judgment. But what can I do? I mean, the die has been burnt, the bridge has been cast. Anyway, it may be dodgy, but it's not totally out of control.
You could have fooled me.
No, I can see it still has its advantages. In no way can my passing be ignored by the horrible Humphrey Greystone.
Oh, And in no way can your reappearance be ignored by cheerful Charlie Chisholm.
Sergeant Chisholm.
Sergeant.
A question. Can you confirm or deny the allegation that you are one of the officers involved in harassing Mr.
Will the
Daly?
police be holding their own internal
Do you feel in any
inquiry?
way personally responsible for Mr. Daly's decision to take his own life?
The lock-up for sale? My goods and chattels?
That's what it looks like, yeah.
When?
Next week.
Terry, what is going on?
I don't know. Look, all I know is what I see and what I hear, and it ain't much, I tell you.
I don't think I feel very well.
Well, own up. I mean, who ever heard of a corpse feeling too lively,
No,
eh?
no, Terry, please, not at a time like this.
No, we're talking about timing. I think there's something else you ought to know.
What's something else?
Well, Dave told me that Joe, you know that estate agent who gets in the Winchester,
yeah.
told him...
So told him what?
It's probably not right, but it's, well, it's about your flat.
My flat?
Yeah, you see, this other mate of Joe's who's an estate agent as well, he told him that... He heard, you know, that, her indoors had put it up for sale.
My home?
Yeah, and, she's been making inquiries about retirement villas in Spain.
Ah, there you are, Gav. Sergeant Draycott suggested I show you this. Said it might amuse you.
Show me what?
The death column. There's one there for Arthur Daly. Gave me the impression he was being a bit sarky, like, you know. Sergeant Draycott, I mean, of course. Oh, and the super, Cecile. Something about making a statement to the press.
I want it stopped, Terry, and you're the one who's going to have to do it.
Me?
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do? Put a court order on anybody who knows you, eh? In your name? They all think you're dead.
Yeah, but they haven't found a body, have they? There hasn't been an inquest, and one thing you can do right away, get hold of Justine on a van and shift all the stuff out of the lock-up round to his place.
Justin, are you kidding? You sell it quicker than the auctioneer.
Listen, a man who is sensitive and caring enough to get up a collection in my memory is a man to be trusted, Terry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, listen, the next time we meet, it better be in the hotel room. I better stay well tucked out of the way for now. If you get pulled by that poetess, tell her you're from a publisher, come to collect a manuscript, all right?
Yeah.
I'll be in my room.
That'd be the nice one with the rubber walls, wouldn't it?
Hold on, Sid. What? I don't know about this, you know. You don't really believe Arthur's dead, do you?
Oh, no, but...
You could have it right, Sid. I mean, dead or not, this still comes down to breaking and entering.
So how else are we to get our dough back, eh? Eh? Get hold of that. Hold it out.
Oh, there you are, Graham.
Oh.
I thought I heard you come in.
Sorry.
There's something I'd like to discuss with you.
Oh, well, I'm rather busy at the moment.
Have you been reading the newspapers recently?
Newspapers?
Yes, there's been this story about some man who's committed suicide due to harassment from the police and the Inland Revenue. I only mention it because there's a picture of him. And I don't know why, but for some reason he does remind me of you.
Me?
Yes, there's a certain similarity about the face, wouldn't you say?
I see what you mean. Yeah, sort of double ganger. Who would have thought it?
Well, I certainly wouldn't, Graham. Or should I call you Arthur? I'm not a vindictive woman, even though you did try to make a fool of me with all that stuff about being a writer.
Oh, no, I really did like the limericks. Melody poems, very good.
As I was saying, I am not a vindictive woman, and I don't like paying my taxes any more than anybody else. But I do have my pride, upon which I put rather a high price. I'm sure you understand. Perhaps you'd like a little time to think it over. Shall we say later this afternoon?
I think it's enough, don't you? We are strong in it a bit.
Don't tell me, tell him.
Oi, you two, come and have a butcher's at this.
Well, I'm sorry, mate, I'm not interested.
But why not? David tells me you were closer to Arthur than most.
Yeah, and Dave should know better than sticking my name up to reporters.
Sorry, Joe, I didn't think you'd mind. I mean, he is sort of putting half the side of it, isn't he?
No, that's great. That's terrific. But I don't want my name and my face all over the front pages, thank you very much. Now, you do what you've got to do, but leave me out, all right?
Listen, Terry, I understand how you feel. I've been a reporter a long time, and I'm not stupid. And I've done my research on Arthur. So, the man was a bit of a scallywag. But then we all have to be in this day and age to survive. And there's a positive side to what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
Listen, I know we can be a bit partisan, but we're also a major influence in stopping those who govern us from getting too complacent or dictatorial.
Yeah, when it suits you, yeah.
Sure, but in this case, a certain tax inspector, a one Humphrey Greystone, would not be retiring prematurely, and reading between the lines, that means resigning if it wasn't for us.
I haven't read that.
No, you won't for a few days. It's not official yet.
Terry! Phone.
Oh, it seems his masters are none too pleased with the embarrassing and unwanted publicity he's brought to the department.
Hmm. There you go. So, hello?
Terry.
Ah, it's me. Andrew. Yes, I'm at Arthur's lockup. There's been a break-in.
There's quite a lot of stuff missing.
Well, what are you doing there anyway?
I'm round here because I came to check the inventory I asked you to make up.
Yeah, for the sale you didn't tell me about.
I just do as my client instructs me to.
The thing is, I called the police.
You did what?
Yeah, well, they are here now, and, I think they want to talk to you
about it.
Well, I don't want to talk to them.
No, he's a bit reluctant.
Ken, this is Detective Sergeant Chisholm. I want to talk to you, here or at the Nick.
Choice is yours.
Well, how about it, Terry?
Sorry, mate, I've got a deadline to meet. I'll see you later, Dave.
So, all right, I took a bit of gear in lieu of payment. I only nicked back what was mine in the first place.
You took a bleeding liberty, Sid, and you know it.
Well, I don't think so.
Don't you? Well, Chisholm thinks it's down to me. I should have known it was you, you slag.
Ron and Albert had their bit too. And it ain't me who's the slag. Arthur ain't dead. You know, and now we know it.
Oh, yeah? What's that supposed to mean, then?
It means you shouldn't have left little notes and hotel stationery in Arthur's lockup. Arthur screwed us, so we screwed him.
Did he? Arthur, it's me, Terry.
Oh, thank God you're here, Terry. Come in, I've got a problem. Listen, you know the bird who owns this place? The one I told you about? She sussed me out.
Oh, she's not the only one.
I think she's going to try and put the black on me. I'm going to do the Hoffman in the hope that they won't believe her when... What did you say?
I said she's not the only one. Sid, Ron and Albert, they know and all.
How?
Well, you know that thing you wrote, the memorial thing?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I found it in from the lockup, didn't I?
So?
Well, the fact is, those three slags only broke into your lockup and turned it over, didn't they?
What?
Yeah, they nicked half your stock, said you owed it to them.
Those dogs! I want them maimed, Terry.
Yeah, the thing is, you see, they found some of that headed notepaper, you know, for the Times, with your little reminder written underneath. Well, it don't take a lot to work out, does it?
So they know where I am as well?
Yeah, well, it never occurred to me they'd break into the lockup. The real problem might be that, well, when a bit diddler, I'll give Sid a spank.
Good, good. Well, what's bad about that?
Supposing he gets in up and he gets on to Chisholm.
Oh, my God. Oh, Terry, don't just stand there. Come on, help me get out of here.
Come on, don't panic.
Why not?
All right, it's a bit of a slag, but I don't book him as a grass.
Listen, the man's a grave robber. He'd stop at nothing.
Now, hold on, look, if he'd done it, Chisholm would have been here by now, wouldn't he? Now, whatever's happened, you've got to think of a convincing alibi, soon.
What do you suggest? Reincarnation?
Well, listen, from what you say, I mean, the bird who runs this place, I mean, she might help, eh? If you were nice to her, you know.
Amnesia?
Yes, poor man. And his memory hasn't properly returned yet, has it, my dear?
Sorry?
Naturally, when I read the papers and I realised, well, I showed them to him, and it sort of jogged his memory, so to speak. Oh, dear, he said to me, poor old Charlie Chisholm. And he seemed most concerned that I should ring you straight away because of the way the newspapers had so falsely maligned you.
Is it my face? My clothes? The way I walk? Hmm? But do I look like an idiot? You seriously expect me to believe he wandered in here, nothing more than a wet suit, a total stranger, and you simply took him in, looked after him, without even trying to contact anyone?
Please don't shout my residence. In the first place, I did not know whom to contact. And in the second, well, I expect you'll think I'm very foolish. But I am a widow, alone, as you see. And he did seem, well, he is a very nice man.
You won't get away with this, Daly. You won't. Do you hear me?
Mr. Chisholm? Is that you? Oh, thank God. Oh.
I've got to hand it to you, Arthur. You never cease to amaze me.
Nor me. So what did it cost you to straighten the bird at the hotel?
Oh, she settled for the car I was using.
Is that all, eh? Nothing else?
Yeah, that is all, Terence. Which reminds me, I will not forgive you for trying to con her indoors into flogging you my car lot for less than half its worth.
Arthur, you were dead. I thought I was doing her a favour. I knew the poor woman would probably need some money on the hurry-up, so I made her the best offer I could. I'm your friend. I even put in the collection, didn't I, Justin?
It's all right, Arthur. You did.
And what has become of this collection of mine?
I had a bust made up of you.
You did?
Yeah, Dave. Dave's got it. Why don't you show him, mate?
You sure?
Yeah, come on, Dave, let's see it.
Well, it's just that I can't find a suitable place to put it, you know. All right, I'll go and fetch it. There you go.
I knew you'd like it, Arthur. Bird I know goes evening classes down the art college. She made it up from a photo of you out of the paper.
You parted with my memorial collection for that?
Yeah, well, actually, she's reckoned a bit tasty at the old sculpturing game. Well, I mean, you can see, can't you? Oh, and there's still the inscriptions got to go underneath. Tell thought out, didn't you, Tell?
And what did you deem appropriate?
Arthur Daly. He dealt, he diddled, he died.
Yes, dear, I know, dear. But that is no reason to Yes, dear, but I can't... Let me explain, dear. Yes, dear. No, dear.
Something bothering you, John?
Well, no. Nothing that a skin graft wouldn't put right.
Not with you, John, know what I mean?
Look, just cut all that John crap, all right? Now, my name is Terry. If you have trouble with two syllables, just call me Tell.
Do what?
I mean, what's that going to look like when you're middle-aged, eh, with a couple of kids and a mortgage round your neck?
The only thing I'm going to have round my neck is this, right?
All right, my dear, if you insist. If you insist.
All right, then, is it, Uncle Arthur?
Just because you are the perverse offspring of her indoor sister does not make you proper family.
That makes him your nephew, that's proper, isn't it?
Only because of the peculiar laws of marriage, Terry. What I mean is there are no actual genes or corpuscles of the daily blood responsible for this.
Future Prime Minister?
This spectacle of degenerate Homo sapien.
Here, Uncle Arthur, who are you calling homo?
And do not call me uncle. I do not want people to think I'm related to you in any way whatsoever.
We are, aren't we?
I have an image to keep up, and bald punks is not a part of it.
Skinhead.
What?
Your nephew Nigel here is a skinhead. Isn't that right, John?
Right, John.
Right, John? What
You see, you've got to get the tribal identification right, or they get the hump. Right, John?
Oh, yeah, right.
Look, will you two return to planet Earth and tell me what you are talking about?
Thing is, have I got a job or what?
You can start by cleaning that lot.
I don't want to wash motors, do I?
Terry, will you try and communicate with him, because I'm finding it very difficult.
It's all part of your new employment duties, Nigel.
Why can't I be a car salesman or something?
A shaven head, dangerous and threatening footwear, and a swastika ramped between its minces. I am running a service industry here. I deal with the public who wear normal clobber. Confronted by you, I couldn't even give them free meals. Am I right or am I right?
Right, John.
See you again.
Ernie. Terry, show Nigel where the necessary cleaning things are, will you?
We're just behind the door on the right there.
I know that, but he doesn't. Tell him.
Can't we have a tea break or something first?
Look, Nigel, let's get one thing clear from the off. Your mother has intervened with her indoors in the hope that I can, in some unfathomable way, help you to become a normal human being.
Nothing wrong with me, right, Tel?
Right, Nigel, right.
Personally, I am of the opinion that such a transformation would take many years of deep therapy in a top security institution.
See,
But as a personal favour to your mother, and in spite of terrible feelings of foreboding, I am willing to give you a chance to earn what will undoubtedly be the only honest crust you'll ever earn in your miserable life.
what's he on about, Tel?
Don't know, Nigel. Still, look on the bright side of it. He could like you, then you'd really be in trouble.
You are on a week's probation. Any looning about, and you're on your bike with your cards. Got it?
All right for a sub, Uncle Arthur.
So, what are you telling me?
I'm simply suggesting, Captain, that I think it would be ill-advised.
I am the captain, and I will decide it, what is or isn't ill-advised. Товарищ Natasha Grigorovna Yushkov.
Hello, John. Want a new motor?
Good grief.
You looking for someone or something, Mr. Chisholm?
How about you, John? Want a new motor?
Who or what is that?
That is family.
Family?
That is Arthur's nephew. And now an employee of Daily Enterprises.
Daily Enterprises. Ian, is he?
Arthur? Nah.
Don't mind if I seriously doubt your word, do you?
Be disappointed if you didn't.
Say where he'd be?
No.
Say when he'd be back?
No.
What was a minor detailed information, eh, McCann?
Yeah.
Got the time, have you?
Thank you.
Interesting kettle, Terence.
Do you like it?
Had it long, have you?
Well, 3 years, yeah.
And of course you've got a receipt.
I'll leave off, Mr. Chisholm.
Yeah, right. Got it. Old Bill John, right?
Right.
Ian, listen, right? I was thinking of joining the force, right? I mean, dead handy with the boots, aren't I? What do you reckon?
I'm trying to take the piss, are we, Sonny?
No, I mean it, don't I? I'd love it, wouldn't I, right? Serious?
Well, right.
What a boil on the backside of humanity.
Aye. Would have thought that Arthur'd have a skinhead for a nephew, eh?
Let me enlighten you, Jones. Almost any antisocial misfit is a candidate for Daly's kith, kin and companions.
I mean, I can cop the odd bit of gear, Arthur, obviously, but this geezer's on about bulk buying, know what I mean? A real, proper Russian, you mean? Well, so what? And just the same as you and me.
The man's a punter. What's the difference?
Well, I don't have to tell you, Ernie. You know, a lot of my gear has the sort of pedigree that wouldn't stand too much scrutiny, official-wise. You know what I mean?
No, of course I don't.
There you go. Oh, I forgot to tell you, Arthur. Chisholm was asking after you this afternoon.
Chisholm?
Yeah.
You say what?
I don't know, he wouldn't, would he? Just sniffing around, you know. Where would you be at that time? Would you be here this evening? That sort of stupid thing.
Who's this Chisholm, then?
Local plod. Gives me more than enough aggravation, I can tell you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and I'm not sure I want to encourage any more by knocking out gear to Russian Matalos. I mean, they have a different system to ours if it all goes boss-eyed. It's a bash on the bond, stand a dark alley at night, and off you go. Salt mines and archipelagoes. Not very nice at all.
Turn it in, Arthur. I'm talking about an ordinary seaman off an ordinary cargo ship. We're always knocking out bits and pieces to him down the docks. Have been for yonks.
Oh, I don't know, Ernie, I don't know.
Listen, I'm not trying to get a drink out of it, if that's what's bothering you.
No.
Just trying to do you a favour.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it, Ernie, I appreciate it.
In that case, I won't say no if you do put me in, will I?
Oh, Dave, Ernie will look after this.
Cash customer, eh?
As a point of interest, what sort of gear is this Soviet citizen interested in?
Well, they're very big on quartz watches.
All right, tell me. Hello, Mickey. What are you doing round here?
Popping in to see Arthur, is he about?
No, I think he's gone to see his accountant this morning. Do you want me to give him a message?
Well, I've got these samples he was asking about. If he's interested, tell him to give me a bell, all right?
Yeah, all right, yeah.
Hello, John. Want a new motor?
Oh, this is Nigel, Arthur's nephew.
Is he kidding?
No.
Why did you leave it at a car lot?
I forgot it, that's all.
Oh.
Well, I sent Nigel back for it.
You let that airless oaf have the key to the office?
It's all right.
It is not all right. Who knows what he might damage or disturb or thieve?
But Arthur, he is family. I mean, how could he do a thing like that, eh? Anyway, what's in the parcel?
Samples, kettles, quartz, at a quartz of the price.
Yeah, well, coming from Mickey Coyne, they've got to be hooky, ain't they?
Why?
It's a right tea leaf, he is.
Oh, look, just because a man's been fitted by plod a couple of times doesn't mean he's at it. He is an honest entrepreneur, like me.
Exactly. You know Chisholm was round the car lot, don't you?
Yeah, and Dave said he was round the Winchester, too. I wonder what he's after.
Dodgy digitals, probably.
What makes you say that?
Well, he took more than a passing interest in mine.
Yeah, but that's not.
No, I know this isn't. But it don't take the brains of Lloyd George to work it out, does it, eh?
Work what out, McCann? A 2 and 2 are 4. Or if it's dodgy, it's got to be daily.
I wonder what you're trying to imply, Mr. Chisholm.
No implication, Arthur. Simple statement of fact.
I would like to point out to you that that is the sort of litigious remark
Arthur.
that my lawyer
Boring,
would be only too
tedious,
happy to
claptrap.
pursue. There is nothing dodgy about me or my stock.
Then you won't mind us having a look round, will you?
Ask him, Terry, will you?
Have you got a warrant?
Tell him, will you, Jones?
Warrants are a time-consuming formality, Arthur. We simply tell any magistrate any damn thing we like, and they'll sign on the dotted, no question. We know it, you know it, everybody knows it. So why should we bother, eh?
Particularly when it's someone as patently dodgy as you.
Well, when it's put like that, it does have a certain forceful logic about it.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
thank you for pointing that out to me, Terry, yes.
Yes, it does, doesn't it?
I suppose there's no point in asking exactly what it is you're looking for, Mr. Chisholm.
Bless the little Arthur, none at all. Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Uncalled for, Mr. Chisholm, uncalled for.
I should have a word with your suppliers. Rip-off. Oh, very good, John.
Lovely way to earn a living, isn't it? Invading people's privacy, searching their premises, vandalising it. Nigel?
No, I should have a look over there. Who gave you permission to drive that? Come on,
What's that?
Get out. Don't mention a parcel. Come on, out, turn it off. Terry, get this back to the car lot, will you? I want a word with you inside. Sorry about this, Mr. Chisholm. One of Mother Nature's genetic freaks.
Stop right there, Daly. Oh, yes.
can see the family likeness.
Oi! Something wrong, Mr. Chisholm?
Something certainly smells wrong.
I know, I keep talking to him about personal hygiene, but you don't listen to a word I say.
Right, McCann, let's see the boot. Jones? Yours?
Part of my stock, certainly, yes.
Got a licence, has it?
Of course I have, ain't I? Oh, minute.
Name?
How'd you stand it, Taff?
Celtic willpower. And a morbid fear of unemployment.
I don't know, Mr. Chisholm. Violence and villainy running amok on our streets. And all you can find time for is to harass the innocent.
I want
Right
you
up-
round the neck. Driving licence, documents, and the insurance.
Nevertheless, considering the dismal clear-up rate by the Met in this great city of ours, I suppose...
Spare wheel and jack. That's all, Gaff.
I hate a disappointment. Don't you?
Jones.
My friend! You have something for me, yes?
Could be, comrade, could be. What are you drinking, vodka?
Whiskey, your vodka's like a piss water.
Large Scotch, Avril.
We do some business, and I will give you a bottle of real Russian vodka, eh?
And remember, Terry, diplomacy is of the essence.
Diplomacy? What are you talking about?
We are dealing with a citizen of the Soviet Socialist Republic. Your actual communist. And not only that, he's a foreigner.
So what's that got to do with it?
What's that got to... Terry, we are in effect ambassadors for our country.
Ambassadors?
And as such, we must conduct our business in a proper English way.
And what's that?
Sympathy and understanding for the oppressed citizen of foreign parts, but remain sure and firm in our capitalistic ideal.
Like ripping the punter off for every rouble you can get, eh? That ideal.
Hey, listen, what'd you go and tell Chisholm that Nigel was family for? Chisholm, of all people.
Just wanted to impress him.
Impress him? Not even vaguely funny, Terry. I shall have to put up with jibes about my kith and kin for the next 10 years.
Which is just about what you're going to get if you're captured selling hooky watches to the Russians.
I told you they are not hooky.
Oh, no. Well, what about all that at the car lot with Chisholm, then?
I was simply trying to protect Nigel from a confrontation with the forces of law and order. They have a very strong bias against the youth of this country. The boy's obviously simple in the head. He could have said anything.
You're lovely, you are.
Here we are. Listen, any sign of the KGB moving in, you give him a right hand and give me time to leg it, right?
Oh, I see, yeah. Diplomacy, eh?
Yeah.
Ambassadors of our country, huh? Bullshit.
Yes, good, good. I like.
Right, we got a deal then. 3 dozen at the aforementioned price.
A deal.
Good. I can let you have these and the tracksuits more or less immediately. Comprendez-vous?
Comprendez-vous? The geezer's Russian.
Terry, am I communicating with a man or am I communicating with him? You savvy, don't you, Sergei? I don't need lessons in linguals. There is a common language that we all understand who work in international trade.
God help us.
Sorry about that, comrade, but you understand about peasants, don't you?
He has good sense of humor, this friend of yours. I like him.
Ah,
he likes you.
We do good business.
Terrific. Let's all have another drink on the strength of it, eh?
Oh, and don't worry about the motive figures. I believe I have the genuine, similar American article, Stars and Stripes, yes?
Oh, you're guaranteed to get striped by him.
And how's the salt market over there, by the way?
Oh, I like.
Yeah, great.
I wonder what he's bought this time.
Perhaps we should ask the captain. Last time, our comrade Sergei got me some very nice degenerate underwear. I will show you if you like, Vladimir.
Королеву, деньги нету.
Что тебе лезешь? Что ты
Сказал тебе, лезешь.
Oh, by the way, I was checking the conversion rate of the ruble vis-à-vis the pound sterling in the Financial Times. 95p, I believe.
Yeah, what you might call the quid pro kopeck, eh?
Please, Terry, we're trying to talk global currency exchange. We do not want to instigate a diplomatic incident because of a misunderstanding about the proper readies, comrade, right?
Нет.
Sergei Zhukovsky. Why are you not with the rest of the crew?
What's the point in learning English, comrade, if I'm restricted from promoting the cause to the exploited working classes of the West?
Absolutely. You can introduce us or what?
Okay, Terry is...
I'm Natasha Grigorievna Yushkok. I'm pleased to meet you, Terry. I am the bosun on the Yushchenko.
Bosun? You? You can't be a bosun,
You are surprised because I am a woman, yes? In Russia, women often do jobs like this.
Terry, I think we ought to be on our way.
Arthur, wait. Where's your manners? What's all that about diplomacy, eh? Ambassadors of our country. But let me introduce you. This, Natasha? Yes? Natasha, this is Arthur, and this is Ernie.
How do you do, Arthur?
Yeah, they're workers of the world uniting.
Right.
Listen, I've got to ask you. There's something I've always wanted to ask a lady bosun of a ship. Look, come over here. Come here. Go on.
Terry.
Yeah, is she really the bosun?
Yes, da. She's also party member and ship's political officer.
Political?
KGB, leave off.
Well, political officers, the same thing, isn't it?
What, cloak and dagger, you mean, eh? Funny big hats, poisoned umbrellas, all that.
It's all very well to mock my son, but when it comes to the way the Ruskies operate, I have read all my Len Dayton, and I've listened to all Ronnie Reagan's speeches.
And seen too many James Bond films.
Hey, you didn't mention to her about that bit of business I'd done with that Sergei geezer, did you?
You? No. No, we traded in more important information.
More important? What?
Well, vital statistics, that sort of thing, you know.
Oh, very droll, Terry, very droll. Hey, keep your eye open for a chemist, will you? I'm going to get some corn plasters.
Corn plasters?
That's well out of order, Uncle Arthur, well out of order. Why have I got to wear this?
Because it offends my sensibilities, and I told you not to call me uncle.
Well, I ain't going to walk down the road.
You remove that, and you remove yourself from my employ, understand?
People will laugh, won't they?
Well, it's better than reeling back in horror and disgust. Yeah, come on, get on with sewing on these motive things. The man's waiting for delivery.
I made a right ricket telling you I did sewing in a bleeding detention centre, didn't I?
Well, never mind about that. Just treadle the pedal.
Yeah, but for the sort of money you're asking off of Arthur, they've either got to be snide or bent, haven't they?
Well, does it matter?
It does with Chisholm making himself busy, yeah.
Don't worry about him. He's just on his rounds trying to get lucky.
All right, Ronnie. I'll take your word for it that you don't actually know who stole the watches. But you do know who's punting them, don't you?
I only know what I get told, Mr. Jones. That's why people like myself. I mean, let's have it right. No half-truth villain's going to whisper any heavy stuff in my ear, are they?
This is your bottomless pit of information, is it? Deep gob. Your own personal direct line to the activities of the manor's major villains.
Look, Gav, the quality of grassing isn't what it used to be. What with the judges giving them porridge these days?
A name, you lowlife. There are any gas meters outstanding on our books will be fitting you nicely, if you take my meaning. Another cup of tea, love, please.
It's lovely, isn't it? I mean, just try and give a bit of help.
How's it going, then?
Finished, didn't I?
Oh, very good. There may be a glimmer of hope for you yet, my son.
Well, I folded and stuck them in a box like what you said.
Oh, lovely, lovely. Terry, have you got any Duke of York? Oh, and get me them Walkman thingies, will you?
Yeah,
Get me the lid of the box, will you, Nigel?
There you go.
Tom.
Oh, yeah. Very subtle, Arthur. Very subtle.
Put them in there.
Right, take it away.
right, Tovarich!
More overpriced Western merchandise for our new petit bourgeois, Tovarich?
Hey, Captain. Even the party must eventually give way to capitalist market forces, eh?
They are the market forces, Sergei Zhukovsky. Or at least their offspring are.
Hey, Captain.
Not like you. What? Parting with the goods before you seen the Reddies?
Oh, Ernie's on a drink for delivery and collection. I've known him for years. He wouldn't turn me up. You wouldn't turn me over, would you, Ernie?
All done.
Large scotch.
What else?
Large scotch, please, dear.
Paid on no bother. He's broke sales in a couple of days. Here, Arthur, what he'd really like to get hold of is a couple of trainers. You know, those with the stripes down. Keeps going on about Adidaskis.
No trouble.
What's that? That's the dough, isn't it?
You sure that's not what we agreed, is
What's
it?
wrong? Nothing's wrong. Here's the dough.
It ain't sterling, is
Of
it?
course it's not. It's rubles, isn't it?
Rubles? What the bloody god's rubles to me?
Getting a flap, Arthur. You just change it to bank. You know, like any currency.
But how do I know that is the right amount?
95 pence a ruble, that's what you said. We worked it out from there. Mate, money's money, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose so.
What's the matter?
But I don't understand. I mean, would you... that is, do you mind repeating that?
It's forbidden currency, Mr. Daly.
Forbidden currency? But I have an account here. They can't forbid it. It's mine. I want to see the manager.
He'll only tell you what I'm telling you. There are certain currencies that we don't recognise, and Russia is one of them.
But I've...
You've been turned over, haven't you?
No, I have not. That is not faintly amusing, Terry. Please, don't go away. Look, what we are talking about here is $1.5 grand of my capital. And what is my whack?
Moscow Monopoly money.
Yes. No. Look, look, are these or are they not genuine banknotes?
Well, they appear to be genuine rubles, yes.
And does this country conduct business with Russia?
I understand what you're saying, Mr. Daly, but that is conducted more on an exchange basis. Our goods for theirs, you know. I'm afraid we simply do not exchange actual sterling for rubles. Unless...
What?
Well, you could try going to the foreign desk of our main branch and asking if they would accept the money on a collection basis.
Collection basis? What's that?
Well, briefly, it simply means that the bank sends the cash, in this case your rubles, to a Russian bank in the hope that they will return the equivalent amount in sterling.
In the hope?
Sometimes they're cooperative and sometimes not. Well, it's sort of pot luck, really.
Pot luck in a bank?
Theirs, not ours.
Hardly the British way, is it?
Oh, no, it is not.
No.
They have their little idiosyncrasies.
And if that isn't enough, this bird at the bank tells me that Soviet officials can get very curious about how large lumps of their currency have ended up in democratic hands, if you see what I mean.
Well, $1.5 in rubles is hardly the sort of small change you bring back from holiday over there, is it?
Exactly. A man in my position could end up in a web of international intrigue with God knows what plots of red revenge on my person.
Yeah, I can see that, Arthur.
I am serious, Dave.
Of course you are, Arthur.
Yeah, well... And that isn't to mention the unhealthy interest that will be taken in me by our own, you know...
Secret Service, MI5? The professionals?
There are other clubs I can spend my hard-earned in, you know, Dave.
Not if it's rubles, Arthur.
Hello.
Hello, Terry.
How'd you find me? I mean... Oh, no, sorry, come in.
Thank you.
Yeah, straight in there. There you go. So, how'd you find me?
You gave me your phone number, remember?
Oh, come on, sit down, make yourself at home.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I'm not listed in a book or anything.
Oh, that was no problem. Our embassy is very efficient in these matters.
Oh, dear. I don't know whether to be worried or flattered. Why didn't you just ring me?
I wanted to surprise you.
Well, you did, yeah. Listen, what'd you drink, eh?
Have you got a Zhubruvka?
Pardon?
She wants to know what?
If you happen to know where Sergei is.
What, the Russian matalo that I,
Yeah, that's the one, yeah. You know, the bloke we had a chat with in the pub with Ernie.
Well, why should I know where the... Something's not happened, has it? Nothing's come on top, has it?
No, I don't think so. No.
Terry, the tone of your voice does not give me confidence.
Well, the truth is that that's the bosun. You remember, Natasha? She thinks that the geezer has defected.
Oh, my good God. And the Ruskies have stuck my name in the frame, eh? They think that you... Is she still there?
Yeah.
Alone?
No, I'm with her.
Terry, please. This could be very dodgy indeed.
Well, it did cross my mind, Arthur.
Listen, don't mention my name on the phone. You never know who might be earwigging.
That little firm up to Chelsea Barracks and the KGB can plug in any trumpet they like.
Oh, my God, what with this hand of roubles?
I'll tell you what, do you want to talk to her?
Talk to her? What, you gone potty or something?
Hello?
This is Natasha Grigorievna Yushkov.
Oh, God. Oh, hello. I was just,
I would like to talk to you about Sergei Zhukovsky, the seaman from the Ushenko, who you were talking to with your friend Terry.
In the public house where we also met.
Oh, yes, I do vaguely remember. I was just explaining to my, comrade. I don't think I can help you there.
It was just a brief encounter, a chance meeting.
Grafters of the world exchanging words of mutual understanding, so to speak.
I do not think that is all you exchanged, Mr. Daly.
You know my name.
I think maybe we should meet and have a little talk.
Sergeant Chisholm.
Yeah, right, yeah. Asked me to come down personal like, didn't he?
What's it about?
I've got some information for him, haven't I?
Information?
Yeah, information. Know what I mean, John?
I'll see if he's here.
Here, John?
It's Sergeant to you.
Oh, yeah, right. Listen, you allowed to wear what sort of boots you like in this job?
Sergei, my drug? I'm going to take you up west.
Up the west, yes! Up the west!
No, not up the west. Up west.
Yeah.
West End, you know, show you the sights. How the other half lives. You know what I mean.
I like you. You're good man. We do good business, eh?
Well, yes. Yeah. Come on, up west.
Well, what is it?
What's what?
What do you want?
Oh, yeah, I'm here, ain't I?
So?
With my documents, like you said.
You're supposed to produce them to him.
You said to produce them personal, like.
Yes, to the uniformed officer on duty. Cretin.
Ah. I was asking him about the boots.
Boots?
Well, if I do decide to join the force, right, I want to wear my DMs, right? People respect them, know what I mean?
Sergeant, I want this lout arrested. Now.
Here, hold up, John.
What am I supposed to arrest him for?
Wasting police time, carrying offensive mouth. Does it matter?
Leave it out, John. Leave it out.
Are you sure about this, Charlie?
This way.
This ain't right?
Resisting arrest.
Leave off!
Assaulting a police officer. Foul and abusive language in a public place. Do you want to hear more?
I want me lawyer. Where's me Uncle Arthur?
I got him here with me.
Where? Where is he with you?
Oh, we're in a phone box up west.
Been showing him round Soho, haven't I?
Oh, that's nice, isn't it? The man stripes me for $1.5 grand. I got the KGB on my Gregory, and you're schlepping him round Soho.
Stripe? KG? Hey, what are you on about?
What am I on about? I'll tell you what I'm on about.
But do you think he will come?
Oh, yeah. Well, he said he would, didn't he? Yeah.
This is a serious matter.
It might be serious to you, but Arthur and I don't know anything about your missing sailor.
But you are his contacts. You are the ones he was friendly with.
Contacts? Chance meeting in a pub? You got to be kidding.
Kidding?
Yeah, joking. Not serious.
Oh, no. No, I do not joke about this. I also know that you sold him various articles.
No, not us. No.
Terry, it is common knowledge on board the ship that Sergei Zhukovsky buys Western goods and sells them at home for exorbitant prices.
But I thought all you Russian visitors did that.
He exploits his comrades and betrays the principles of communism.
Cool, you do take things seriously, don't you? Don't you ever let your hair down?
But I have let my hair down.
No. No, what I mean is relax, you know, have a good time, have a giggle.
Yes, of course. When my work is done.
Here, do you want another drink? Yeah, of course you do.
How long will it be before he comes?
Not long enough.
How long are you going to keep him dubbed up then, Gov?
Long enough. Then we'll have a little chat to him about his Uncle Arthur.
What's that?
Don't show your ignorance, Terry. This is a chapka, the people's popular headgear of our Soviet friends.
Oh, friends is it now? I see. From the right of Reagan to the left of Lenin in one foul swoop. Terrific.
Is she still?
Yeah.
Well, I think the time has come for some delicate international negotiations in the art of détente.
Well, sounds very impressive. What's it mean?
The slippery Slav in return for my sterling.
Better come in then, eh? Okay. But keep it under your chapka.
See, the thing is, Conrad, there's no way I could take you home to my place. My wife would go potty. She got this thing about foreigners, you see.
I must report to the authorities. Ask for political asylum.
Asylum.
Dada.
No, not yet anyway. Let's see Arthur first. He'll help you out, don't worry. That's why I rang him. So the earth, isn't he?
My friend Arthur, добрый день.
First, we get a cab.
Yeah.
A taxi.
But first we have another drink.
No, you misunderstand, my dear. I do not know where your shipmate is. I'm simply offering what assistance I can as a sympathetic citizen who has cast his vote for socialism all his working life.
I do not think I believe you.
It's true, I swear it. Clement, Harold, Jim, I campaigned for all of them in their time. You tell her.
No. Look, Natasha means she doesn't believe that you don't know where her shipmate is.
Oh, I'm from working stock myself, my dear. I'm a man of honour. I couldn't tell porkies to me own.
But how can you help me if you do not know where he is?
Modesty forbids, my dear, but I'm not exactly unknown in the underworld, an underground movement in this city. I have many contacts, and that is why it is vital that this should be our little secret between us. We don't want to bring in the authorities.
No, that could be very embarrassing for all of us, Mr. Daly.
Yeah, I suppose discretion is the... Pardon me asking, comrade, but how come you know my name?
Is that so important?
No. Oh, there is one other little thing.
No? What is that?
Well, I don't have to tell you, my dear, that unfortunately this is a wicked capitalistic capital. And as such, a quest of this nature will incur heavy expenses. In pounds sterling, I hasten to add.
Leave it out, Arthur.
I'm afraid we cannot possibly pay you for this, Mr. Daly.
Arthur. Call me Arthur.
I'd rather not, Mr. Daly. Perhaps we should call in the authorities in this little matter.
No. Look, Natasha, look, Arthur didn't mean that he would want any payment or anything like that, did you?
No. Whatever gave you that impression? No, I will bear the brunt of the financial burden, have no fear. As long as we're agreed that we keep out the heavy mob.
A heavy mob?
Plod.
What is this?
The police. The private army of the establishment.
And your lot with the furry overcoats and the dodgy brollies.
I think he means the KGB.
Yes, I understand your nervousness in this matter.
Tell you what, I'd join the party to get hold of that.
Yeah, can she keep stum, though?
Well, I don't know. I mean, you're the expert in how the Ruskies think, aren't you? Well, where is he, then?
Where is who?
Arthur, you're talking to me, remember?
He's with Ernie.
Where?
Highgate. What a place for a meet, eh?
Oh, yeah. Full marks to Cole.
Oh, very good, Terry, very good.
Oh, but this is ridiculous. Why?
Well, why can't we meet in a nice warm boozer or something, eh?
Because if any of the odd lot descend to claim us, we can deny all knowledge of a defector. We simply say we're showing Comrade Sergei the resting place of the father of the revolution.
Well, yeah, that'd convince them, wouldn't it? Well, I don't know if you've noticed or not, but Ernie and the Russian Patriot ain't here, are they?
No, they should have been here before us.
Probably been captured and getting the old treatment now.
What treatment?
Well, you know, the electric probes on the nuts, all that sort of stuff.
Terry, please, I hate that sort of imagery.
Yeah, I'm not hanging about here. I don't know what you expected to gain from the meet anyway.
But a man turned me over for $1.5 grand.
Well, but he didn't think that. Listen, that was real money to him, wasn't it? He could take that back to Mother Russia and buy whatever he wanted with it.
Yeah, but look, if I can't have the proper English readies, I want my gear back. And how am I going to get that if he defects and leaves all my goods on a boat bound for the Baltic?
So what's the plot then, eh? Well, what are you going to do, grass him to Natasha so she can get a couple of heavies from the Russian embassy to swag him back against his will, eh?
I am not a grass, Terry. I just want the man to honour his deal. That's all. I mean, he can go back on board and say he's been mugged by a running dog, capitalist hooligan, and woke up unconscious in a park or something like that.
Yeah, then what?
Well, then he can slip my goods to Ernie on the dockside. And as far as I'm concerned, he can jump overboard and swim wherever he wants to.
Don't talk so much rubbish, Gordon. Look, do you think they're going to let him off the ship once he goes back on it?
Why not?
Well, they take it very seriously when one of their citizens scarpers.
Oh, expert on defective Russians now, are we?
Dave! Dave!
You two are what elephants, ain't you?
Dave, I want you to meet, I forgot your bleeding name, and I... Sergei Zhuk. He's Russian.
I'd hate to see him going slow then.
Yeah. Look, I was supposed to meet up with Arthur. Got a bit sidetracked. He's not in here, is he?
No, Arthur ain't here, and no offence, Ernie, but don't ask me to serve you and your pal any more booze, eh?
Point taken, Dave. Just one thing, got a bit of a problem.
I can see that.
No, it's not that. It's him, you see. It's him. I'm gonna be sick.
Really got to try and get myself a better class of clientele.
And there's another thing you don't know.
Oh, yeah, what's that?
When these defectors flop themselves in the West, they have to undergo interrogation by experts in psychotherapy warfare to make sure they are not double agents.
Double agents? What are you talking about? Half the man is a second stoker or something on a merchant ship. He's just a hustler like you and me.
Just shows how little you know about the netherworld of Smiley's people. So even if you're right, and I'm not saying that it's not a possibility, he would still have to undergo the interrogation. They all break down in the end, confess all.
But Arthur, he's got nothing to tell him, has he?
Oh, what about that little bit of business we done with him?
Oh, you, Arthur, you done with him.
Oh, I see you're no longer on the firm. I'm innocent, officer. It was him. Arthur Daly, nick him. Is that what you're saying? Pardon?
You heard. Hi, Joe. Why aren't you cleaning the cars?
What?
What are you doing?
If there's one missing, I'll kill him. You get that, will you?
Yeah, hold on.
Given utterance, has it?
The odd Neanderthal grunt, that is all.
You don't like being locked up, do you, lad?
I ain't done nothing, right? I want me younger Arthur here.
So do I. So do I.
Yeah, well, it's Dave.
Dave? What's he want?
I think I'll let him tell you that.
Eh? Dave?
I think perhaps now we should contact our people at the embassy, Captain.
We can handle this ourselves, without their bloody interference.
And what if something should go wrong?
If this is reported back to your superiors, I think your ambition to climb the party ladder will be short-lived.
It was your idea to give them shore leave, Captain.
Under your supervision, Tavarish Natasha, I will arrange a couple of the crew to accompany you.
So who did you actually speak to?
Well, the harbour master, and he said he'd inform his captain.
Oh, Dave, how could you?
How was I to know he's some bleeding defector you was doing business with? When Ernie just threw up all over the Carsley and Scarborough without telling me nothing.
Well, what made you phone up the docks?
Well, I went through his Sky and found some identity, saw he was a merchant seaman, and figured out he wanted to get back to his ship. And I wanted to get home to bed, and I still do.
I could become the target for a KGB assassin, and he's whining about getting home to bed. Can you believe it?
Oi, listen, you. We've still got to get him out of here a bit lively. I mean, they're still going to try and find him, aren't they? Come and claim him, all that.
Yeah, and we've got some negotiating to do, too.
Yeah, it's what they call the diplomatic approach.
Very sensitive.
Tactful.
Discreet.
Yeah, considerate.
Arthur, my friend!
Seems to work.
Track suits.
Yeah. I sewed the motives on, didn't I? And some Walkmans and pocket stereo things, you know?
Quartz watches?
Quartz watches.
Tell the time for those of us who can read it.
Don't know nothing about them. Never saw all of them, don't think. But it's all legit, isn't it? My Uncle Arthur told me. Proper businessman. He's in the service industry, isn't he?
You say he sold these items to a Russian gentleman?
Yeah, that's all right. A punt is a punt, me Uncle Arthur always says. Wants me to learn the business, doesn't he?
So how'd you feel? You all right now?
Yes, a head pain.
Oh, yeah.
Where are you taking me?
Somewhere we can discuss business, comrade. Little matter of forbidden currency.
Hold on, look at that. It's all on us.
Oh, Terry, what? It's her. She's with them. Trained Soviet killers, I can tell.
Don't talk rubbish. Get off the ship, that's all. I saw him in the pub.
What is this? You have betrayed me.
He betrayed you. I'm the one who done his dough. Oh, my God, it's Jaws.
Hello again, Terry.
Natasha?
Arthur?
Listen, look, before we get any further...
Terry, they may be carrying ice picks.
Will you calm down? Look, you see, this is a free country, you see. Now, if he don't want to go anywhere, he stays here with us, all right?
And this, Terry, is none of your business.
No.
So, Sergei, you really think the British authorities will let you stay?
Why they shouldn't?
Oh, don't be such a fool. You are an ordinary merchant seaman of absolutely no political consequence. And you have been doing illegal actions with English criminals.
You will be sent back home in disgrace, Sergei. And you will not be able to sail again.
And what of your family? Have you thought about them?
Natasha says she forgives you if you come back to the ship with us now.
Well, it's down to you now, isn't it? What do you want to do?
I don't know. Perhaps they are making sense, huh?
Sense? What about my goods? And what about these rubbish rubles? You have betrayed the British working class by turning me over. What do you think him up at Highgate would say if he knew?
Well. What have we here?
They are not mine. They are rubles.
That'll do nicely. This way, ladies and gentlemen, please.
Hey.
What's going on?
Who is this man, Terry?
That man is old Bilski. So is that one. Do you speak Welsh?
Right, out! From! This is all a gross misunderstanding, Mr. Chisholm.
Bleeding liberty.
Yes.
You are making a big mistake, officer. We are Russian citizens on a sightseeing tour.
Move along, I was just helping them find a bureau d'exchange. Isn't that right, Terry?
That's all we're doing.
I want to see your superior. I demand that you contact the embassy immediately.
All in good time, madam, please.
For God's sake, what were you thinking of? Are you sick, is that it? Are you suffering from some sort of stress?
If I could just put this matter into some kind
I've had them all onto me.
perspective.
The Yard, the Home Office. What are we doing arresting Russian nationals? What do I tell them? That on what appears to be no evidence whatsoever,
Sir,
one of my
not
officers...
quite true.
I
Actually...
do not wish to hear it. I don't want to hear it. This obsession you've got about nicking Arthur Daly is getting totally out of control, Sergeant.
Sir,
totally.
A relative of mine had grass. The shame of it.
Leave it out, Uncle Arthur. I ain't no grass. I didn't tell him about the dodgy watches, did
Oh,
I?
you bloody...
Oh, wait,
You
turn it. No, it's all right, it's all right. Get out. I mean, You got a right result just getting out of it, didn't you?
A right result?
Yeah.
I'd done £1.5 grand. I couldn't even claim the roubles back as mine. Chisholm took them and gave them to the Ruskis, and they've done the Hoffman.
Don't worry about it, Uncle Arthur. I've done a right up, didn't I?
Terry, hit him.
You'll enjoy more than I will.
Yeah, I will.
Bunged him over the side just before they sailed, didn't he? Shouted out something about insulting the memory of 20 million comrades in the war. Still, at least you got something back out of it, eh, Arthur?
Yeah, now you're in the international market, aren't you? I mean, there's bound to be some punters who want them somewhere.
Yeah, but where?
Bolivia? Argentina?
Paraguay?
So it's large vodkas all round then, eh, Arthur?
No, it is not, Dave.
All right, Tel?
I do not believe it.
Neither do I. Sorry, mate, this is members only.
Leave it out. Come see me, Uncle Arthur, ain't I?
Uncle, you're joking.
Don't you see the likeness?
How many times have I got to tell you, you are no kith of mine. You are an unrelated oaf. Probably an anonymous donation to a sperm bank. Now, what it?
What sort of thing to say about family, eh?
He is not family.
Oh, he really is your nephew then, eh, Arthur?
You still here?
Come for me wages, ain't I?
Wages?
Forgot to pay me, Uncle Arthur, didn't you?
I'll pay you all right. Dave, you've got that truncheon you keep behind the bar.
If you're going to get violent, Uncle Arthur, I think you better talk to me mum first.
Your mum, Lily?
Mummy, Uncle Arthur is down here.
You're winding me up, aren't you?
Nah.
Oh, my God.
You ever thought of defecting, Arthur?
Do you think that boat's gone yet?
Your bottle has.
Nice to rob you.
Yeah. Cheers, comrade.
Sir.
Thank you very much.
I didn't know you had that kind of dough. I could have mugged you.
Yeah, with your background, you probably would. You're a very lucky young man. It's not many employers will give you a second chance.
No, but some of them would pay me wages, wouldn't they? You owe me 80 sols.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. It's not as if you can't afford it, is it?
Oh, it is. Well, it's just bits and bobs. I owe most of this.
Yeah, 80 of it to me.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Hey, I hope you don't think I have 4,000 yet. Don't bother to check it.
Just routine, sir.
No aspirations, that's your trouble. Quiet life, that's all you want, isn't it?
Fat chance of that with you blowing down my ear hole.
No, it's a G up. I just don't want to see you on the scrap heap of life, mixing with bad company.
I can't afford it, can I? Bad company like to see the colour of your dough. Oh, they like to spend £1, they do.
Excuse me, sir. This is £120 light.
Never.
I'm afraid so, Mr. Harney.
Happens to all of us, eh?
Yes, Mr. Harney.
Mr. Who?
Nothing to do with you.
Moody name, you?
Look, for someone who hasn't even got a bank account, what's it to you?
Well, you give me my 80 subs, I can start one, can't I?
Good morning, Mr. Daly.
Good morning.
Huh? He knows who you are.
Yeah, I'm well known on the manor.
Well, what's the point of having an alias, then?
They all have them.
Who?
The top men.
Who?
The corrupted coppers. Czars of the underworld. City whiz kids.
You're pathetic, you.
Am I? Why are you having a pop at me?
Mr. Harney?
Is it envy just because I've got a bob or two?
Mr. Harney? Excuse me, Mr. Daly?
Yeah.
I'm afraid this one's short as well. 140.
I don't believe it.
I'll check it again, Mr. Daly.
What did you call me?
Mr. Daly? Mr. Harney.
That's better.
I've thought that for a long time. You don't know who you are, do you?
Look, don't you worry about me. I get by. You accompany me to the bank, remember? Not the other way round.
Does that mean you don't want me to take you back?
No.
No? I can go and collect my car then, huh?
Oh, you're a free agent.
Yeah, free, as in not paid for.
I've changed the paying in slip, Mr. Daly.
Yeah, you would, wouldn't you? And incidentally, it's Mr. Harney.
I'll remember. Harney. Mr. Daly.
Where'd they get you from?
This is an attempted robbery.
Oh, my God, don't be silly.
It's loaded. Give me the case.
I was paying in, not taking out. It's an executive briefcase.
I'm a desperate man.
What about me? You shoot me, you're going to have me on your conscience for the rest of your life.
No, I won't.
You sure?
Guaranteed. I didn't send my gyro.
No, not the eyes, not the eyes.
Give us it.
All right. Yeah. Mr. Chisholm! Did you see that? In broad daylight.
What?
Robbery, and I was the victim. Did you see the bloke?
No.
You must have.
Well, no mayhem on the streets. Sounds of gunfire, cries of stop thief. No, I didn't. You, Jones?
Not a dicky bird go.
But just his second, up on his heels with my briefcase, waving a shooter.
Sheer fantasy.
Oh, this is great, isn't it? One time you need them, they don't even see it. I was just coming out of the bank.
Oh, you bank in there, do you? Make a note of that, Jones. I like to know where the local scoundrels stash their ill-gotten gains. What is it, false name? Inland Revenue know about that?
I do not believe this. A respected ratepayer reports a serious incident and he gets cross-examined about his financial arrangements.
Yeah, but who is robbing whom? OK, you're reporting an incident, very public-spirited of you. I'll put it in the book.
Well, don't you want the details?
Do you know him?
Of course I don't know him. I wouldn't be talking to you if I knew him. And he'd be hanging under Blackfriars Bridge by this afternoon.
Well, what did he look like?
I don't know, do I? I was wearing one of them balaclavas and gloves.
Oh, that's a very good description. What did he have it away with?
My executive briefcase.
I mean the contents.
Well, gas bill, letter from Reader's Digest.
And?
No, that's all.
You winding me up?
No, never. Not in a million years.
We're very busy men, you know. We're undermanned, underpaid, overworked and unappreciated. We can have a cup of tea and a pie.
Aye, we've earned it.
Hey, hang on, I haven't finished yet. Even if you're not interested in the robbery, don't you want to know about the violence? There's a dangerous gunman on the loose. I've had a shooter up my hooter.
Little old ladies get symptoms like yours. Always been interfered with. Meeting armed robbers, masked rapists. You don't need old Bill, you need a doctor.
My medical record is impeccable.
Well, like so do your police records.
I heard that. I pay rates for the likes of you.
You are disturbing the police. Go home.
I remember the old-time coppers. Guardians of the law. Our streets are rife with crime and all you want is a cup of tea and a pie. Robert Mark, where are you now?
Oh, are you Mr. Daly?
No, I'm not.
But this is his office.
Ah, well, that depends. Are you from the tax man?
No.
That man?
No.
DHSS?
Wrong again.
Oh, well, you can't be all bad, can you? You're not Meals on Wheels, are you?
Is he that old?
Ah, well, if you were to ask him, he'd tell you he's the same age as Paul Newman. He ain't got blue eyes.
Thank you. Who is he, exactly?
Who are you, exactly?
I'm Caroline Selby.
Oh.
You are?
Private investigator? Don't exactly look like Mike Hammer, do you?
Well, they always say that.
No, I thought they were all sort of, you know, retired coppers.
So they say. But not me.
No, no.
And you?
Terry McCann. I'm a friend of Arthur's. Well, more a colleague, really. What's he done?
You're very suspicious.
Yeah, you get like that when you hang around Arthur for a while. Come on, what's he done?
Oh, nothing. Well, looking round here, he probably has done loads of things. No, I'm interested in some information. He's rather well known in this area, isn't he?
Yeah, he likes to think so, yeah.
The godfather of the manor.
Do you want to try those on?
There's no fitting room, apparently.
Sure, we can arrange something. No, he ain't the godfather of the manor, but he does know a few people. Yeah. How's that, eh? I promise not to look.
You do like helping the customers.
It's all part of the service.
It's just a little bit slummy, don't you think?
Well, I suppose it's not exactly lily whites, is it? But you being a big, tough private investigator, I thought it'd be all right.
They say that as well.
All right, Caroline. Shall we start again, then?
Yep.
You don't really want to buy a tracksuit, do you?
No. I want to see Mr. Daly.
But does Mr. Daly want to see you?
Maybe. I'm trying to get hold of a Mr. Goddard. Do you know him?
Mr. Goddard? No, I don't think so, no.
Albert Goddard.
No. Well, unless it's old Albert, the penny stamp. No, that's not fair. He's not really a tramp. He's just sort of... Well, he's like the original dropout.
Does Mr. Daly know him?
Yeah, it's possible, yeah. Why?
I'm working for a group of solicitors. We're trying to get hold of a Mr. Albert Goddard. Apparently he's got great expectations.
Huh? What, one of Paul's, has he?
Yeah, just about.
You see, he's usually punctual.
Arthur's a busy man, you know. Got to meet, have you?
Of course I have. I mean, we're all busy, aren't we? I mean, I've got to scoot in a minute.
They both got the same time.
Of course they have. Time is of the essence. It's an habit. Oh, incidentally, I should be having some Rolex watches in a few weeks. Are you in the market?
Cartier. Oh, I forgot me then.
Oh, yeah. A lot of them are about. Let's have a look. It's a ringer.
Hey.
It's a good one, mind you.
You can't tell nothing with that thing.
Of course you can. The face is everything. You have to be an expert. How much did you give for that? 200?
A bit more than that, actually.
He's a lad, isn't he, old Arthur? It's a good time.
Perfect.
Well, you're all right, then.
Seemed all right to me.
If you're happy, fine. Arthur, I was just about to give you up. I mean, I've got a...
I know, Scooter. You got to scoot. I have had a traumatic experience. Large vodka and tonic, Dave, and whatever for Scooter. Do I look different to you?
Good as gold.
You surprise me. I have just been a victim of an armed robbery.
Never.
A masked robber.
Masked?
Yeah, one of them balaclava things.
What did they get away with?
Oh, it was awful. Yeah, I just deposited a sum of money. My executive briefcase they got.
They took nothing?
In effect, yeah.
Oh, that's part of the course, then.
Eh?
I gotta get up early to take money off you, Arthur, eh? Oh, well, that'll be $320, cash.
Cheers, Arthur.
Cheers, Scooter. There you go, Dave.
I've got the stuff. Are you ready? Because I've got to scoot in a minute.
Right.
Are there? These are luncheon vouchers.
Well, it's cash. Legal tender.
Not here. Restaurants, sandwich bars, pubs. But not here.
What is the matter with you? A luncheon voucher is...
No, you have gone too far.
All right. All right. Put it on the slate. Sometimes I worry about him. So what we got?
You'll love it, Arthur, but, in the back, eh? Just wait till you see this, Arthur. Beautiful, eh? 24-ounce, fine as worsted.
It's blue.
It's lovely, isn't it?
I wanted grey.
Blue's beautiful.
Scooter, I ordered grey.
Well, it's the same, isn't it?
Of course it isn't. Blue and grey, cousins, they may be, but they're not the same. I don't want it.
Hey, look, you can't do that. I've drafted on this. Look, you take this to any tailor, and he'll tell you it's first-class gents suiting.
Yeah, I'm sure if I took that to Georgie the Cypriot, he'd recognise it as A1 top-notch English gear.
Yeah. Yeah, he would know.
And he'd also recognise the difference between... What do you mean?
Well, I didn't know you go to Georgie.
Oh, my God. You're not only colourblind, you thieve off one of our own.
Well, it's dog-eat-dog in my game, you know. Look, all the chaps are wearing blue. I mean, Ronnie wore blue for his wedding in Broadmoor.
Yeah, and Michael Esseltine always wears grey, and Elton John's got a big hat. But we are not discussing high fashion.
Look, I can't take it back now.
Any chance of having a Jimmy in there?
No, it's a private meeting. Go and use the ladies.
Charming, I've had 4 pints of Guinness.
I was counting on you, Arthur.
Well, the customer is always right. Scooter, you should know that of all people.
Yeah, well, I've got a scoot anyway.
What about the sofa?
It's in the pipeline. Look, why don't you have a look at this in the daylight?
No, Scooter, no. I think you said you got a scoot.
As it happens, yeah.
Well, there you go.
There you go, Joe. That'll be £1.
God damn. What's your scooter?
You deserted me.
That's the man you want. Arthur?
That man. Friend, colleague. Never mind comrade in arms. On the firm, on wages. And what happened?
Oh, go on then, Arthur. Tell us. You're going to anyway, ain't you?
That lager should stick in your craw.
Oh, I'm sorry about this.
You're supposed to look after me. That is your function in life.
What have I done?
Nothing. That is the whole point. He only scarpers off. I come out of the bank on my Todd, and what happens? Mugged.
You got mugged?
Yeah, he's wearing one of them balaclava things.
We didn't have any money.
So what? It's a principle.
Bruises, cuts, anything like that?
Oh, that would have made it better, would it? Is this your current paramour?
Yeah,
well, let me tell you, young lady, don't put your trust in this swashbuckler.
Oi! This young lady wants to meet you, all right? Now, don't you ever have a pop at me in public again.
I was mugged.
I wasn't even there.
Of course you wasn't there. You walked out on me. You should have been there. It was your duty to be there. It was your job.
What job? I haven't got a job.
You're quite right, you haven't. Your bottle's gone.
Listen, you.
You're sacked.
No. I'll resign. And I hope you get mugged again.
And how can I help you, young lady?
Sod him.
As it happens, young lady, you've come to the right person. Although I don't usually associate with the bottom line of our society. So, old Albert's had a tickle, has he?
Who knows? A solicitor wants to get hold of him. That usually means a legacy or whatever. And then you get what they call a finder's fee.
Why didn't you go to the old Bill? Oh, that means the police.
Yes, I know. They couldn't help us. No address. He's never applied for Social Security benefits or registered with a GP. He's a non-person.
I'll find him.
What Terry knows of him.
Well, you can't trust Terry. I mean, you saw him just now.
You saw him just the other day.
Look, don't you worry, young lady. Old Albert is a local character. I will find him. And as far as Terry's concerned, we always have these little tiffs. He'll come crawling back by the evening. Terry! Terry! Hang about. Hey, why is it when you get the hump, you always go jogging? Is it a guilt?
Me?
I'll forgive you.
Do what?
Yeah, I'm a more mature man, I understand. You left me in the lurch, let's forget it.
You forgive me?
Oh, that's the sort of person I am. Oh, by the way, listen, I owe you some money.
Yeah, 80 sobs.
Yeah, well, you get it. I haven't got it on me, of course. I'm never going to carry money again, not after a mugging.
Oh, that's the reason, is it?
Very upsetting. Can we stop for a minute? Oh, I see why you do this. It really opens up the... By the way, do you know where old Albert hangs out?
Maybe.
Well? Oh, come on, Terence. We're old friends. Why are you behaving like this? Hey, listen, would you like the length of the cloth, suit length, best worsted?
No.
Blue, your favourite colour?
Who said?
Well, you've always fancied blue.
No, I don't like suits. I like money, especially when it's owed to me.
Yeah, and you get it. Look, all that money at the bank wasn't nearly mine.
Oh, really?
Now, look, I'll tell you what you like. Here, look, cop this.
What's that?
How about that, Cartier? Only the best kettle in the world. He invented them.
Who?
Race Cartier.
What, the inside forward?
You're probably the same family. And that the business?
Yeah. Isn't that the same watch that Dave's got?
Yeah, I think it is.
What do you mean you think it is? You sold it to him.
That one.
That one.
Well, I have no complaints from Dave about it.
Oh, no, really? It's funny, that. I heard they're all ringers.
What, the Cartiers?
Yeah.
No, it's a figment. Who told you that?
Scooter, who was in the pub the other day.
You don't want to believe Scooter. He's well known. I mean, these Cartiers, they're the best imitations in the world. I mean, what's it matter? They're all the same. Look, you get your dough tomorrow, but meanwhile, I've got to find out where Albert hangs out.
Go on, then.
Oh, come on, Terry. Come on.
Albert? Albert, we're friends.
Yeah?
It's me, Terry. Terry and Arthur Daly.
Oh, yeah.
Look. Is that thing loaded?
Yeah. You got to be careful around here, you know. See, I was mugged a few weeks ago.
So was I. Fella in a balaclava thing.
Oh, same bloke, probably.
Albert, is there any chance of putting the artillery down, eh?
Oh, yeah, I don't want to upset you. You come to see me, have you?
Yeah, the thing is, you see, there's been people looking for you.
No, just a minute. This is my department. Thank you. You're a bit of a man of mystery.
Oh, well, I'm delighted to hear that. I ask nothing and I give nothing.
Is this your abode?
Yeah. Come in.
Oh, yes. Very comfy. Must be quite a little haven away from the early-burly of our teeming society.
I like it.
Oh, and I see you're a bit of a reader.
Now then, what do you want, you two?
Albert, I want you to think of me as a friend. Now, would I be right in thinking you don't have much involvement with solicitors?
No.
No. Don't get so worried. A solicitor is trying to contact you. Now, right away, I thought old Albert's going to need some advice.
I don't know any solicitors.
That's what I thought. I mean, it could be nothing. But then again, it might be anything. Insurance? Lease on your desirable residence?
It's nothing like that, and you know it's not.
Terry, please. I mean, it's probably nothing like that. I mean, it might be a relative, distant cousin trying to get hold of you.
More likely copyright.
Eh?
My inventions.
Your what?
I do all kinds of things. Sit down, I'll show you.
Go on then, sit down, sit down. Go on then, sit down.
No, I don't want to sit down.
I ought to market some of these things. My orthopedic aids. You suffer from bad feet, do you?
Well, sometimes, yeah.
These are toe straighteners of people with overlapping toes. There must be millions of them.
Let's have a look. Do they work?
Of course it works. Painless, remedial. It's a breakthrough. And it's British.
Her indoors has toes.
Oh, you let her try them. I'll show you my feet.
No, Albert. I don't want to see your feet, thank you.
I designed these for myself. I ought to patent them.
I should if I were you. There's some very wicked people about. Hey, what's this for?
I dabble with the stars.
Yeah, you don't believe all that rubbish, do you?
Oh, yes, I do. You're a crab, ain't you?
What?
Your sign, Cancer. July, maybe?
How'd you know that?
Well, I do know, don't I?
Yeah, but how?
Well, look at him, he's a crab.
Yeah, I see what you mean, yeah.
What's your ascendant? Date, place, time?
Oh, I don't believe in all that mumbo-jumbo.
Well.
July 12, Fulham. 4:30 p.m. It was a Wednesday.
You don't believe all that mumbo-jumbo?
All right.
July the 12th. Wednesday. You're a bit careful with your money.
Spot on, Albert.
Being a crab, you're inclined to retire in your shell sometimes. Oh, you need affection.
I do, as it happens.
But your hunger for money gets in the way.
I'll vouch for that.
He's just guessing.
It's in the stars, isn't it?
That is not a science.
The planet Jupiter passed over that day.
Does it say anything in there about how he's obsessed about 80 sovs?
He's just winding me up.
The man's made a study of it. It's science, isn't it? He got your birthday, didn't he?
I don't need all this.
Boy,
There's no call for that, you know.
get a bit bleeding touchy, aren't you?
Even the Wizard of Oz said I need affection.
But you don't believe in it.
That is not the point. He don't know me. All right, so I'm a hard man, but if you prick me, don't I not bleed? Don't laugh.
Oi, Arthur?
No. I don't want any sympathy. The matter's over. I don't harbour grudges. But when I'm talking to him, don't put your oar in.
Listen, you, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be here.
All right, Arthur.
In the pink, Albert. Albert, you got any, Family or only relatives?
Suppose so. Not round here, though. Sydney?
Sydney who?
Australia. The place. Title people they are.
Oh. Oh, shall we, No. You stay out here. You've got titled relatives?
Why not? They emigrated 70 years ago. Whole family, penniless they were. My old mum told me about it.
You've been in touch with them?
Why should I?
Well, Christmas?
I haven't even met them. What's it to you, anyway?
Albert, if a solicitor wants to get in touch with you, it could be good news, eh?
I don't know. I don't trust them.
I know what you mean. But you trust me, Albert, don't you?
Yeah, I don't like officials.
Oh, no, that's where I can help you see. I know these people. Shall I just suss it out, see what they're up to?
Yeah? Oh, well, why not then?
No, that's all right, no. It's just when she comes back. Sorry. Could you get her to phone Arthur Daly, please? Yeah, cheers. Not in.
What do you mean she's not in?
She's not in. Well, maybe she's out at lunch or something. I mean, even private eyes have to eat, you know. 2 fingers of bourbon, all that.
Oh, my God. What's he gone and done now? Where'd you get that?
It was the only way I could get the sofa. You'll love this. What?
That's not pale Arctic blue.
Isn't it?
Not in a million years.
It's what you told me.
No, it's not, Scooter. I gave you the order number.
I've got it. There you go. That's the one you wanted.
Yeah, there you are. Pale Arctic blue. Her indoors saw it in the window.
Well, it's the same. Or similar. It's what they call, Icelandic grey.
Well, it's grey, I'll give you that.
It's the one they're all after now, you know. I mean, as a matter of fact, they don't do the pale Arctic blue anymore.
Don't you give me them little porkies, Scooter.
Oh, stand on me, Arthur. They've had a lot of complaints about the whatchamacallit, the pale Arctic blue, and the polar bear white, and all. You'll be well pleased with the Icelandic grey.
Look, I can't go home with an Icelandic grey sofa, no matter how popular it is. Her indoors has very strong views on interior decorating and accoutrements. Your Icelandic grey will bugger up the entire ensemble.
It's a special order, Arthur.
Business is business.
I mean, Harrods is a wonderful place.
Yeah.
But they're not going to take it back, are they?
Why not? You got it out, didn't you? And you got the van.
Look, it's a snip. It's half price. It's even got the label.
That is not the point. It is the principle.
I could be stuck with this. Have it on my hands for months.
If you will take a cavalier attitude to people's colour schemes, that is what will happen. Remember the blue suit length?
Ah, I told you that was the up-and-coming colour, didn't I? I shifted that, no problem.
You'll shift this, no problem.
I was counting on you. You're a hard man. What's your birth sign?
What's that to you?
There are some signs I don't want to do business with them.
How do you know my sign?
I don't. But whatever it is, that's the sign. I don't want to do business with them.
The suit is the man. I always recognize one of my suits in the street, a restaurant, a club.
Crown Court?
It's possible. A natural shoulder line, Mr. Chisholm?
Yes.
You don't mind me asking, but will you be carrying?
Carrying what?
I mean, under the shoulder, the hip, the waist. A PPK Walter or a Brownie spoils the line. Hey, you don't mind me asking? Some are carrying.
Like who?
Hey, Mr. Chisholm, do you want me to be a grass?
It's your public duty.
I'm a tailor. We have a code of honor. Like doctors. 4 buttons on the cuff.
Is it legal?
Perfect, Mr. Chisholm. Now the material.
Ah, yes. Think you'll like this?
Ah, fine material. A first-class worsted. I've used the same cloth. He's cut off the manufacturer's stamp.
Who?
Whoever, a present, Mr. Chisholm?
Sort of.
A bankrupt stock?
Probably.
Genuine supplier?
I would think so, yes.
The bastard nicked it. Look, it was up there. Bleeding tea leaves everywhere.
Look, I trust you're not suggesting...
Bleeding right I am. I recognize my own material.
Surely one bit of blue worsted is much the same as any other?
No, it's not. I know. I'll have to get the police.
I am the police.
Yeah, that's right.
This is a setup. They did this deliberately.
Yeah? Who?
I'll get him. Don't you worry. You know the Winchester Club?
Vaguely.
Where's Mr. Goddard?
Well, he's a very strange man. He doesn't like to meet people.
Then you don't get your cheque.
All in good time. I am his proxy.
Or his what?
Proxy is the word. And I think I should see this solicitor alone.
As you wish. First floor, number 8.
Oh, thank you. My man here will look after you for a few minutes.
Do you trust your friend?
Why, don't you?
He's a bit pushy, isn't he?
Yeah.
Bit of a con man?
Yeah.
Cheat?
Yeah. But that's only good things about him, isn't it? Look, we sit in a car.
My client requires more information.
He is not your client, Mr. Daly. All we need is his address. It's very simple.
He is my client, Mr. Prosser, and he is in my care. I mean, you wouldn't want him wandering the streets on his Todd, would you? Might get mugged, as I did myself only a few days ago.
Really? Do you have to walk about like that?
He was wearing one of them balaclava things. Thus, our client is safely ensconced in one of my properties and has briefed me to suss out your predicament.
Mr. Goddard may be the beneficiary of a legacy.
Like how much?
Not your business. There may be other candidates.
Well, how many runners?
Look, Mr. Daly, this may go to the courts. There is a question of identity.
No problem there. My client's previous is pristine.
Just bring him here.
All in good time.
Have you abducted Mr. Goddard? That is a grave violation of the law, you know.
Mr. Prosser, I'm all for fair dues and a little result for Albert.
And one for you as well.
Never fancied houses.
Oh, this is a proper modernised conversion. Central heating, bath, fridge, chiming bell. You'll love it, Albert.
I'm an open-air man.
Oh, it's got plants, you know, creeping things. I picked them all out myself.
My place is detached.
Yeah, well, you'll have neighbours, air hostesses.
Since when?
See, Terry'd like to live here, but he can't afford to rent.
I hate aeroplanes.
Well, they don't park it outside. Oh, give us that, Terry. You get the rest. Come on, Albert. Come and have a look. Who are you?
I live here.
Well, you're supposed to be a fourth girl sharing with 3 happy-go-lucky air hostesses.
Oh, they went. Now you've got 3 happy-go-lucky McAlpine brickies.
But you can't do that.
Who says? Well, our jarrows are as good as theirs.
Don't want to be a landlord, eh?
Don't like it.
People give their right arm to stay here. It's only for a few days. Terry take care of you.
He won't.
He'll guard you.
No, no, no.
Yes, of course you will.
Well, why? I mean, who's threatening him?
Who knows? He's a valuable commodity. We have got to find out who he is.
I know who I am.
Oh, yes? Can any of us amongst us here really say that? You got a birth certificate? Well, there you are. Not that that means anything. But who is the real Terry McCann? Who is the real Arthur Daly?
I see him in the mirror.
No, that's not enough. They want proof.
They've got our fingerprints.
This is why you are staying here. You see, they don't know who you are. We could manufacture an Albert Goddard, but they could manufacture one as well. Philosophers have pondered the riddle of identity since the days of Socrates.
What, a bubble?
Bubble? You can't describe Socrates as a bubble. He was an ancient Greek.
All right, old bubble.
No. I mean, Nick, who runs the dry cleaners down the road, he is a bubble.
True.
But ancient Greeks, that's a different terra salata. I mean, Olympians, it's your classic profile. I mean, they look more like us English people. I mean, you look at their statues, even they don't look like bubbles. I mean, can you imagine Socrates running a takeaway kebab gaff?
No, they used to say that Athens was the cradle of civilization, didn't they?
And so it was,
Yeah. And now it's the Parthenon Social Club in Tufnell Park.
Yeah, I don't know whether they had darts.
I ain't Greek, you know.
Of course you're not. But suddenly, hundreds of Albert Goddards will appear. At the very sniff of wealth, they'll come crawling out of the woodwork. They always had distinguishing features, didn't they?
Who?
The mystery inheritor.
Oh, that's right, yeah. There was always a birthmark and only one other person knew about it.
Well, I never had one.
And it was usually the old nanny, wasn't it?
How'd you know that?
I read it.
I never had a nanny.
No, but you had a mum, didn't you?
And?
I want you to sit down and write the story of your life. Everything. Where you grew up, where you went to school, your first job, the doctor, and how you got into this terrible mess.
Because I like it. That's why.
Well, write that down. Facts. That is what they like. Facts.
What's in this for you, Arthur?
Me?
Yeah, you. What's in this for you?
Just a helping hand. Good Samaritan. Simple philatelist.
I think you mean philanthropist.
Yes. I mean, see, I could give you a bit of advice, and you might offer me a simple gratuity. I might take it.
And Terry?
Terry's not involved.
Terry has always supported me.
Exactly. And now, Terry is sodding off.
He's a funny boy, isn't he? But he'll be back.
Well, he's hardly a missing person, sir. Where's he missing from? You don't even have his address, so I can't feed it onto the R's computer.
Well, you've got his name.
He's not a 9-to-5 punter. You say yourself he's got no record, so where am I supposed to look?
I have good reason to believe he is being held against his will.
Some inoffensive old buffer. What kind of monster's going to do that?
Do you know a chap called Arthur Daly?
He's a monster.
That'll be 120 cash. And I don't mean no luncheon vouchers.
You're very fractious these days.
What's the atmosphere in this place? You don't know where you are. Oh, damn.
What's up? You got a dodgy foot?
Oh, I've got a bunion, you know, a cross toe. I've had it for ages.
You seen your chiropodist?
No, they can't do nothing about it.
Oh, really? That was yesterday. Medical science is remarkable. They've cracked that problem. It's the overlapping toe syndrome. And as it happens, I am about to market a revolutionary remedial device.
No, thank you, Arthur.
You haven't seen it yet?
Well, that's what's happened in 17 years of friendship. I don't trust you no more.
What?
Cartier, the
best. It's a ringer. Who told you that? Scooter. Oh, that is marvellous, isn't it? Scooter has suddenly become an expert on kettles, a man who can't even get the right colour arrows. That is a cartier. The first one. That's a come-on for the others. I mean, if Dave buys it, it's got to be kosher gear, right? Oh, my dear old friend, did you really think I'd turned you over?
Yes, I did.
Thank God I told you.
Thank God you told me. Hey, you know something, Arthur? I'm gonna bar that horrible Scooter. Yeah. On the house, eh?
Oh, thanks, Dave.
There you go. Oh. Good exercise, this. Remembering things.
Well, have you got the facts?
Too many. I've been trying to think when I first decided to sleep rough. Just drifted into it. Nothing dramatic. Lots of little crises. Like jobs. You could get jobs in those days. So I was just waiting for a decent job, more or less settled. But I had a gap of a month, see? Now, all my family was killed in the Blitz. Oh, there was an old aunt in Hull, but I never met her. I had enough money for food, but not enough for rent. Beautiful night it was. Couple of drinks. I didn't drink much. Stretched out, smiling at the stars. And I thought to myself, this is a doddle. Funny enough, it didn't rain for 11 nights, and by then I got used to it.
But you could have asked for help, though, couldn't you?
6 years in the army, telling me what to do? What do you mean? Go to one of those hostels or whatever? Oh, yeah. I'm an independent man. An awkward sod. I'd never been on the dole, you know. Oh, I got the job, but I never went. I was living on the land. I've been everywhere in this country, you know. That's when I started studying the stars. I was a hippie before they even heard of it.
The way you put it, it sounds good.
It ain't romantic, you know.
Oh, it don't sound bad, though.
It was all right for me, see? But I've met other blokes who did it out of desperation. It only needs a bit of bad luck, you know. I met this bloke in Sheffield. He was an accountant. An accountant. Have you ever met an accountant?
Yeah, of course I have.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Under the railway arches, bottle of British sherry, studying a P45. He was always writing to the Inland Revenue demanding a rebate.
What happened?
I don't know. He was always on the move, didn't have no address. Oh, he never got the replies. Mind you, I think he was a nutter.
Listen, don't you ever want to settle down?
I couldn't settle down now, could I? What would I do with all that money, even assuming I got it? Hey?
Arthur's got some ideas.
Yeah, he's a busy man, isn't he, Arthur? Always busy, eh?
Oi! You stay where you are.
Why?
I want you, Daly.
If it's about the road tax, it's in the post.
Don't get smart with me. I wanted to get a warrant, and the magistrate couldn't believe it.
What?
You might well ask. What are you? A Sicilian bandit? A German urban terrorist? The mind boggles. Where do you stop?
I do not know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do.
Do I?
Kidnap. Unusual in this country. It's not an Anglo-Saxon crime, you know. More like a Latin country, or even the Yanks. Where is Albert Goddard?
Oh, he's staying at a flat of mine, Mr. Chisholm. Self-contained, central heating, luxury bathroom, handy for the West End. One that I was, in fact, going to let to an American academic.
So you say. I want to see the body.
Why not, Mr. Chisholm?
Hello, Arthur. I've got the sofa you wanted. Pale Arctic blue, just like you said.
Oi! Stay where you are.
Maybe later, eh? I've got a scoot.
Where'd he get that van?
It's that shop in Knightsbridge, isn't it?
Albert? Terry? Oh, we disturbing you?
Not today, thank you.
Where's Albert?
Gone to meet a solicitor. 200,000, apparently.
200,000?
And he's got no idea what he's going to do with it. It is his dough.
I was going to help him.
You're too late. He don't need your help.
You traitor. You've blown it once too often.
Yes, well, afternoon all.
Not very happy.
All good things come to an end, don't they?
Upset?
No, I mean, we're just mates. If it had been a marriage, would have left years ago. Ah, forget it. Come on, come on. Cheers.
Do you want a job?
Doing what?
Our company.
Private eye? Me? No, thanks.
No, I mean, well, I suppose you'd call it security. You know, guarding places, escorts, bodyguards, bouncer at the charity ball, minding the family jewels.
What you trying to do? Get me over to the right side or something?
They're nicer people.
Who says?
Renegade.
That's for you. Finder's fee.
$45 sobs? I wouldn't put my alarm on for that.
That's the rate.
If that's respectable employment, I'll walk on the wild side.
Well, I'll, see you.
And you. You've been acting very strange.
I have?
I should have sussed it out. A mugging.
Look, what could I do?
You could have been there!
Yeah, all right. See you.
And you. Bloody hopeless, anyway. There are plenty more pebbles on the Fulham Road. Hey, Terence! Hey, Terry! Terry?
What?
Don't you want your half of this? Well?
Lager.
So, what is it? A wallpaper? Clientele? I mixed the drinks wrong, or what?
What?
What? What is it? Do not ag me, Dave. I'm depressed.
I'm depressed and all.
This is all very depressing.
You right then?
Yeah. 12s.
I'm dying, Terry, I'm dying.
We're all dying, Arthur.
I'm speaking business-wise.
Oh, yeah.
Man of my sensitivity in middle years does not need to be reminded of physical mortality, thank you very much. Rage, rage against the dying of the blight. Hey? Dylan Thomas, man after my own heart. Poet.
And a piss artist. And I think you'll find it's light, not blight.
Not if you'd seen his liver. Now, you see, Terry, you don't understand the pressure the creative person is under. The terrible strain trying to persuade people to accept your personal vision.
Not to mention your personal checks.
That's it, mock and titter, mock and titter. Bung the hobnail in when I'm at my lowest ebb.
And full flow.
Oh, you'll see, you'll see. My phoenix will rise. And daily enterprises will again be a force to reckon with.
He may be in the gutter, but he's looking at the drains.
What?
Come on.
What are you doing? Yeah, what are you doing? Well, it's either this or physical damage, George. I mean, you want your story to sound convincing, don't you? Hey.
All I need is one really good coup to set me up.
Yeah, well, if it's anything crooked, just leave me out, all right? Oh, and another thing. Something has got to be done about self-inflicted.
What do you suggest? A stomach pump?
Come on, look, he's giving me serious headaches.
Oh, don't talk to me about headaches. Oh, look at this. Who'd have thought it was once a major clearinghouse for top-class consumer durables?
Never mind all that. What are we going to do about self-inflicted?
Here am I talking about lost empires, and you're giving me one of life's dedicated losers. Have you no sensitivity for my dilemma?
Sensitivity? He was sick on my duvet.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny. I've never known him eat anything.
Mac, allow me to introduce you to self-inflicted Sid, one of the manor's more colourful miscreants.
It's like a Bupa salesman's worst nightmare.
Aye. Rumour has it he was once nearly employed as a government health warning.
What are you going to do? Pick me up because I've got a bit of a chest problem?
Where is Arthur, by the way?
Who?
Daly.
What am I, a grass or what? If you want him, you find him.
Do you let low-life talk to you like that, Gov?
I am a tolerant man. Apart from which, no one tells him anything anyway. Come on.
There you go, Maury. Fresh as a daisy. See for yourself.
Where are you getting all this produce, Justin?
Ask me no questions, I'll tell you no porkies. Have we got a trade or what?
OK. Slip them into the shop.
Done. All right, chaps. How's it going? OK. You? Yeah, cracking on, cracking on. What do you want these? Out of pack or what?
Say, do you show you where?
Right.
Flash, little sod. Everything all right? Sweet as a nut. It's in the slaughter. Invoice listing, what's in it?
Your problem is you're in a time warp.
Time warp? Me? Don't be ridiculous.
Listen, to run a business these days, it's all high-tech. You punch a few buttons and there it is, all on the little green screens for you. It's microchip mentality, you see. That's what you need to earn a crust. Mind you, I suppose it can't be easy to adjust as a senior citizen, can it?
Keep it up, keep it up.
But there's something else you're having trouble with these days and all.
That's it, you're fired. Oh, God.
Good joke, is it, Terry?
Well, Arthur didn't think so, no.
I hope this is a social visit and not an official one, Taff.
Just making the rounds, Arthur.
Ah.
Here, I've heard you've been made up to a sergeant, you.
That's right, Terry. Let me introduce you to my new colleague, DC Jack MacDonald.
They get younger every day, don't they?
Don't get any better looking, though.
Jack is fresh from the Highlands of Scotland and a keen student of the criminal classes.
Well, he won't learn much about them here, will he, Terry?
Not many, no.
As a respected member of the business community, I am pleased to welcome an officer of the law. Arthur Daly, at your dedicated service.
I know all about you. I've read your file. And where I come from, we don't fraternise with villains.
No. A few misdemeanours in the dim and distant does not make me a villain, Jock. As your senior colleague here will no doubt testify.
And I don't like to get called Jock. You remember that?
Who trained him? Rycott? You've got to learn a few more manners, Jock.
Now, Terry, let us not demean ourselves with unseemly hostility. Well, it's very nice to see you again, Taff, but you must excuse me. Busy time for me now, you know, reorganising, restructuring. Oh, excuse me. Arthur Daly Enterprises, Arthur Daly himself speaking.
Arthur, it's me, Sid.
Oh, hello, Sydney. Can you talk? Oh, yes, I'm listening.
I thought I'd better ring and give you the office. Plod's been down here sneaking about after you. Didn't declare what for. But Arthur, I didn't tell him nothing. I kept well stum, so you be on your toes.
Is that all, Sydney?
Well, I told him to clear off, didn't I? It was a taffy from down the local and some Scotch gig I ain't seen before.
Thank you, Sydney. Arthur already has that information.
What?
Misguided staff loyalty, you understand? Hello, Sydney. You're a cretin.
Hold on. Where's he ringing from?
I neither know nor care, Terry.
Oi, you, where are you ringing from?
Who is this? Who was that?
It's me, Terry. Where are you ringing from?
Oh, Kel. Yeah, who was that other geezer? What's happening?
Look, are you ringing from my flat?
Well, yeah.
But I took the keys off you. How'd you get back in there?
But it was an emergency. Toto, through the kitchen window.
You broke in through my kitchen window?
Don't worry, Kel. There ain't much damage. At least I don't think so. Oh, God.
I'm going to do a bit of eviction.
You want to lodge a complaint? Like breaking and entering charges against self-inflicted?
No, thanks. If I want any help, I'll get a policeman. An English one.
All of them?
Throughout the park.
And you discovered this when you unlocked the park this morning, sir?
It was 5 hours ago when I reported it.
We have got more important problems to deal with, sir. Excuse me. Tell me, Mellish, why are the wooden tops not dealing with this?
Well, you know why, Gov. Because the super told you to.
Take his statement. I'll wait in the car.
No!
Oi, you. Oi, wake up. Sid, wake up, you bum.
What? What's happening? Where am I?
I'm gonna kill you.
Joe, it's you, mate.
Did you hear what I said?
You're going to kill me.
Your eyes.
You ought to see him from this side.
Myers Garden Centre? Oh, hello, Jimmy. What's happening? He's what? When? What was it? Yeah, of course I have. No. Okay. Thanks for letting me know. Okay.
Bad news, Murray.
It ain't good. Lebanese Larry dropped dead this morning. Heart attack. It's bloody inconvenient. I was supposed to have a trade with him this evening.
Well, look, I know it's none of my business, but if there's anything I can do to help...
Not unless you know someone I can knock out a lorry load of electrical goods to on the hurry-up.
Leave it to me, I know just the man.
Oh, yeah. Who?
Arthur Daly.
Arthur who?
So what sort of dough are we talking about here, Charlie?
Well, let's say monkey deposit and £2 a week rent.
Oh, it's a bit strong, isn't it?
Well, it's a good side. Plenty of passing trade.
Could you just move your leg?
Oh, God! Arthur, what sort of motor's this?
One of rapidly increasing depreciation.
There is nothing to follow up. You type that report, you file it, and you forget it. I've got more to worry about than a bunch of flowers.
Yeah, but what about the quality of life, Governor? I mean, the ratepayers' rights to behold the beauty of nature in our public parks.
You have got a disturbing romantic view of life, Mellish, which ill befits an officer of the law.
The governor's still keeping you busy on the great park robberies? Is he on?
Well, somebody's got to protect the quality of life for the public.
Aye, aye, but it just sort of occurred to me like that it's hardly the kind of crime that warrants the attention of a detective sergeant now, is it?
Vandalism of this magnitude, it does require the attention of a more senior, experienced officer, I believe.
Oh, I'm sure the governor has chosen the right man for the job, Brown.
I just brought in a bloke who reckons he's been kidnapped, chloroformed, and had his lorry nicked. Well, the desk sergeant thinks someone should have a word with him.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, all right, Harry. Get his details. I'll be along in a few moments.
Come on, Charlie. Undo your seatbelt. Undo it. That's it. Come on. Look, I don't want you to think I'm being rude or anything, Charlie, but have you ever considered the Scargill diet? Done wonders for our indoors. We've got lots here.
Don't get personal, Arthur. It's glandular, isn't it? I have to eat a lot.
Yeah, I can see that that would. Is this it?
Yeah. All right, isn't it?
Plenty of passing trade. American tourists looking for St. Paul's on a Sunday.
Well, it ain't always this quiet. People cut through here to get to the high road round the corner.
It's a bit small, isn't it?
From what I hear, you ain't got a lot to put in it anyway.
I'm planning to expand in the very near.
Well, it'll do till then, won't it? $50 a week, no deposit? I asked you how long you've been employed by the firm, Mr. Babcock.
No, not very long. Just recently.
Recently? Could you be a little more precise?
About a week. 4 days, to be precise.
Were you asked to supply references?
Yeah. I'm a driver. That's what I do for a living. It's my job.
So this sort of thing has happened to you before, has it?
Pardon?
Thanks, but I don't think I'll bother.
All right. Have you had a look at the little green
thanks
hill?
very much. I'll pass. Thanks very much.
All right, mate. Cheers.
No joy?
Nah.
Would you buy a second-hand motor off of Arthur Daly? Don't be daft. But I know a way you could lose them and cop all the dough. Yeah, well, don't bother me. I'm not interested. You seen him yet? No, I think I'll dwell at the Winchester. He's bound to turn up there at some point. Do you fancy a drink? Maybe later. Got things to do. I've got to sort out the flat. Take me washing down the laundrette all day. Why don't you get a bird to do all that stuff? Nah. No, you let Richard start doing the domestics. Next thing you know, they want to move in, don't they? Yeah, I'll book you right. Here, tell, Arthur ain't skinned, is he? Well, he's pleading poverty, but... No, he's got to have something stashed away somewhere, hasn't he? Listen, I've got to go, mate. I'll see you later, all right? All right, tell, yeah.
But, sir, this man is lying through his teeth. He's set himself up. He is a part of it.
He's confessed to that, has he? Made a statement and signed it?
Well, not exactly, no, but if I...
You checked his credentials, been in touch with his previous employers?
The only one he gave me.
So what evidence do you have to justify holding him any longer?
Instinct, sir, plus years of experience.
I don't want to hear about your self-deluding instincts. When the medical examiner has finished with Mr. Babcock, he is free to leave. Is that clear?
Crystal is opaque by comparison, sir.
All right there, Harry.
Oh, hello.
Arthur. The man himself. I've been looking all over for you.
So I am.
Bottle of your finest bubbly, please, Dave. I wish to celebrate Arthur's good fortune.
You must know something he doesn't know.
Boy, there's little I know that Arthur hasn't already forgotten. This is Mr. Numero Uno, the governor. Capo di capo on the manor.
In that case, you must know something I don't know. Bollinger, all right?
That'll do nicely.
I don't take plastic.
May I ask, what is this good fortune I'm celebrating?
The acquisition of enough electrical domestic appliances to fill your slaughter.
Warehouse.
Warehouse to capacity. Interested? I'm disappointed, Arthur. I'm really disappointed.
I didn't say I wasn't interested. I'm just thinking about it, that's all.
But the person I used to know was decisive. Had plenty of street cred. Always knew a good deal when he saw it and went for it. Maybe this person who I've always considered to be my mentor, my inspiration, has passed it.
This person you're referring to, do I know him?
It's all about you, Arthur.
Oh, me? Oh, history, am I? So what happened to Mr. Numero Uno, Capo de whatever it was?
Look, precisely. The way I hear it, you're not exactly cracking away on the entrepreneurial front anymore, which causes me distress and disillusion. I mean, especially when the people in our game say Arthur who.
They do? Who do?
Well, exactly, you don't know who.
Look, just because I'm keeping a low profile at the moment in order to reorganise and restructure my growth potential does not mean that I am no longer a front runner in the black economy stakes, and I do not need a young whippersnapper like you to tell me otherwise.
All right, Arthur, have it your way. I'm just trying to do you a favour down to the Old Pals Act.
Hold on. How much did you say this Morris, what's it, was asking?
You local?
Sorry?
Do you live around here?
No, I travel all the way from Birmingham just so I can do my washing in here.
I like a girl with a sense of humour.
You know, you remind me of someone.
Really?
My dad. He's going through a midlife crisis as well.
It's like I said, he wants to get shot on the hurry-up. It's a licence to print. Be a nice little earner for you, Arthur.
Yeah, you see, I've got this complicated cash flow situation just at the minute.
Don't worry about it. Everything's negotiable. You taught me that. Besides, I've already given the office that you're an honourable man to do business with. Trust my judgment, didn't he?
Oh, what are you doing here?
Just want to check that everything's okay, Arthur. You know, after that trouble we had with the odd lot.
Go away, Sydney. We're trying to talk business here.
One of our own, is it?
Who is that loon?
Self-inflicted. One of life's tragic bits of flotsam washed up on the sea of humanity. I bung him a few quid from time to time to do the odd menial.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's one of the burdens I have to bear because of my incurable, humane and charitable nature.
Why is he called self-inflicted?
He clocked the scar on the side of his boat.
Yeah?
Striped himself with a razor in order to look the part. Figured it'd make him more acceptable to the fraternity.
Nah.
Yeah. Some people will do anything to climb the social ladder, won't they?
You interested in that?
Yeah. You flogging them?
That's right, yeah.
I just got my licence, didn't I? Looking for my first car in it.
Look, do yourself a favour. Go and look somewhere else, eh? Apart from a dodgy rear axle, the gearbox is on the way out.
Yeah?
Yeah. Let me give you some advice. You see, cars, well, they're like women. Yeah, you always remember the first one. Now, you don't want to go through life remembering a nightmare, do you? Nah, of course you don't.
Go on.
Good luck.
Cheers.
Terry tells me you're having a bit of trouble shifting that pile of old bangers you got lined up outside his gaff.
All good, clean runners. Bargain at half the price.
Half the price would be about right.
That's the trouble with a punter today. They want to steal them off the poor, honest trader. Are we nearly there?
Give me a mirror on a stick and I might be able to tell you. You should have come in my van, Arthur.
I do not go to important meets in a van. I have an image to maintain.
Oh, yeah, I can see how this motor would impress anyone. Right, go to the end of here, chuck a left, then another left, and a right, and then we're there. I could shift those motors for you, Arthur.
Yeah. If you're talking about having them disappear into the crusher and then claiming they've been nicked, forget it. Insurance companies are well up on that these days. Hard enough with one motor. What chance with half a dozen?
Nah, this is a different move. Guaranteed no comebacks, and to all intents and purposes, totally legit.
And what does this miracle of marketing entail?
Let me worry about that, Arthur. Thing is, you stand to make near enough every sov you're asking on those motors. Minus my small commission for services rendered, of course.
So why do I have this terrible feeling of foreboding?
Dunno, Arthur. Mind you, they do say the old bottle starts to twinge a bit as you reach a certain age.
Oh! So what do you think, Arthur? We got a deal?
I think I might be able to accommodate you, Maury, provided you're happy about the financial arrangements.
50% when you collect, and the balance in a couple of days, right?
Yeah, see, I'm moving a lot of capital around at the moment.
Don't worry. Believe me, I understand cash flow problems. And young Justin here tells me all kosher.
The man's word is a legend in the business, isn't it, Arthur?
Well, modesty forbids, but I do have a certain reputation for total integrity.
I do hope so, Arthur. Does cause me a lot of pain if I have to go looking for my creditors. And them, of course.
Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure. And it's all right about the transport?
Sure, no problem. Just let me know when you've unloaded and I'll get someone to come and pick it up.
Oh, no, no, no. No need for that. One of my men will bring it back.
Please. It's a courtesy. I insist.
Oh, well, you put it like that. What can I say?
Tomorrow morning, then?
As soon as I've been up the bank. Here.
Well, what are you giving it to me for?
Because I'm not going with you. I've got a lot of running about to do. I want to get shot of this cotton as a job lot. No more messing about with bits and pieces. That's the new business dynamic today. Buy and then sell without going near the commodity.
All right, then, cough up.
What for?
Well, if you're not giving me a lift, I want a cab fare.
And what is wrong with public transport, may I inquire?
Nothing.
No, 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 hold on. Here you are. And I expect change.
So I'll see you back at the lockup.
Yeah. Oh, I nearly forgot. Listen, park the lorry up on Fat Charlie's site, the one I'm going to be renting from him. You can't miss it. It's in Cornhill Street, back of the High Street, all right?
Oh, hold on. What's wrong with the yard at the lockup?
Nothing, Terry. But it's a big lorry. Where am I going to park the motor if I want to be there?
The street?
The street? What, and be prey to envy vandalism?
Taxi!
Say he gets a pull on the way over there.
It's not our problem anymore, is it? And if he doesn't, then we're another £5 grand in, aren't we?
So what do you think, Keith?
I'm always up for a trade, if the price is right, Arthur.
At the price I'm asking, you'll think you stole it from me.
That means it's hooky.
Don't be ridiculous, Keith. No, there's no question of this merchandise being suspect. On that, you have my committed word.
All right. Let's have a look. Where and when?
Well, shall we say an hour's time at a Winchester?
OK, then. See ya.
Hello, Ronnie. What are you doing here?
This is my case. What are you doing here?
Your case? Oh, that wasn't the impression the super gave me.
Is this common behaviour down here? What behaviour is that, Mac? This undignified rivalry between so-called colleagues. Different north of the border, is it then?
What's the score, then?
Well, as you can see, Ron, we're endeavouring to discover if it's still loaded or not.
Loaded? Of course it won't be loaded, will it? I mean, what sort of an idiot would leave a stolen lorry out in the open like this if he hadn't already unloaded it? It is obvious to me that they panicked and just dumped it here.
Lacks a certain logic, doesn't it, Ron?
Not that it is of any particular interest, but what makes you think that?
Well, if they panicked, it would be for only one reason. Like they'd been spotted. And if they had, we'd have heard about it, wouldn't we?
Not necessarily, no. They might have thought they'd been spotted.
Unlikely, though, isn't it? I mean, it's not unknown for stolen lorry loads to be packed up somewhere quiet and then picked up and unloaded at a more opportune moment.
That is your theory, is it?
My experience, Ron, my experience.
Experience? What bloody experience? I am the experienced officer here. And I say we'll get the forensic team down here immediately to go over this for dabs and anything else that might show up.
In that case, you'd better inform the super, then.
Why should I bother him for what is routine procedure?
Because it was him who told me if the lorry was loaded, we'd put it under surveillance.
There you go, Harry.
Cheers, Dave.
So come on, when's this geezer arriving, then?
What geezer?
Well, this buyer you've sorted.
Oh, Keith. Well, he should be on his way now. Soon as he gets here, we'll schlep over to the lorry so he can confirm the cargo. Then you run it round to his place for unshipping.
Well, then what about the lorry?
Take it back to site. We'll be picked up by one of Murray's men.
Arthur! Arthur!
Charlie, what you doing here? You're supposed to be fixing that porter thingy for my new car sales office.
That's just it, Arthur. I was on my way to do it, wasn't I? And what do I see when I arrive?
Oh, the lorry. Well, I didn't think it mattered since I was on the verge of renting the place from you. It's not in the way, is it?
I've got a feeling the old Bill might think so.
What? What did you say?
They were crawling all over it as I went by the place, and I didn't hang about to inquire why. That place is down to me, Arthur. If you've put me in it...
Oh, hold up. What do you actually mean the old Bill were all over it?
Oh, looking through it. You know, they had the back open and they were looking to see what was in and that.
Oh, my good God.
What do you mean, oh, my good God? This is straight, isn't it? You told me it was straight.
It is.
So why are you, oh, my good Golding it, then?
It's a natural reflex response to Plod probing my property. I'm as mystified as you are.
And I don't like the smell of this.
Bloody right, it stinks. No, you stuck this up. What's going on?
Leave it out, Till. I only know as much as Arthur. Tell him, Arthur.
He's right.
What's right?
Justine's right.
This ain't right.
Bloody right, it ain't right.
What ain't right?
Now, listen, you, I don't want any of your lies. I don't want any of that evasive crap. I want the full SP and I want it now. You got it?
Terence, what can I say? I purchased a lorry load of goods various in good faith.
Good faith? You said it was proper. You said you checked it out.
I did. Well, insofar as one can in the circumstances.
I knew it.
Well, I could hardly run a full security check on the man, could I? Justine told me he was sound. He seemed sound. He is sound, isn't he?
Well, there has to be an element of trust in business, or there'd be no business, would there?
Tell me I'm not hearing this. Tell me I haven't stood for it again.
Well, I don't know what you're moaning about. If I've been deceived, I stand to lose considerable capital investment.
And I stand to lose my liberty. It's down to you again.
Steady on, Charlie. You ain't getting any younger, you know.
No, neither am I.
Look, thing is, Till, if this does turn out to be a wrong, and I mean, who's to know you was involved, eh? I mean, we're all going to keep stum, so what can they prove?
What can they prove? Oh, nothing about you or him or that geezer Murray. But my dabs are all over the cab of that lorry, aren't they?
Yeah, and it's on my side.
Yeah, but that ain't a problem, Charlie. I mean, it ain't your fault if someone dumps a lorry on your site without your knowledge, is it?
Dave, could I say something? I'm getting tired of this constant reference to my age.
Shut up, you. Come in. We're going.
Where are we going?
See a man called Murray about a lorry. Andrew, you're coming in all. Come on.
Hold on. Hang on a minute. Look, maybe we should check this out before we go steaming into Murray. I mean, he's got a few tasty geezers round there, you know.
He's right, Terry, he's right. Well, I think the best thing is for me to dwell here and you go and have a look.
Well, I go and have a look.
Well, I can hardly put my boat on offer, can I? I might be recognised.
What happens if I'm bleeding recognised?
Nobody need be recognised. Follow me. Harry, you're driving.
Come here.
About time they got here.
How long do you think we were sat here then, Gov?
If nothing happens, until we get relieved at midnight.
Last night's surveillance detail I was assigned. We're waiting for a gang of rustlers. Not a laughing matter. Back where I come from, sheep rustling's almost a capital offence, I'll have you know. At least we could go for a wee in the bushes.
Say when he'd be back, did he?
No, not exactly. But he did tell me to ask you to hang on for a bit if you can.
Hey, up. Couple of geezers in a motor. Take a blimp as we go by.
Go on then.
Listen, you got me into this. You go on then.
Good God!
What's that, Gov?
I could have sworn that.
No. No, I couldn't get that lucky.
Oh, no! He's on us! He's on us!
What's up with you?
That was right caught in that car! It's all on top! It's all on top!
Is it all right, Tel? Well, they're not following, no, but that's it, innit? That confirms it.
And we just passed a van. I'll take odds it's chocker with them.
Oh, no. Terry, you've got to have a word with that Maury. I want my money back.
Arthur, it's nice to see you so soon. Come to pay me off, have you?
No.
I have.
Oh, yeah? Yeah,
Oh, look, all right, leave it at, Tel, leave it at. Look, let's be sensible about it, eh? See what the man's got to say first, yeah?
Okay. Some problem, is there?
If he comes in, tell him to give me a bell and let me know what's happening.
Will do.
I hate to have to say this, but it's a sorry lorry, Maury.
What is this? Who are you trying to kid? Are you seriously telling me you didn't know that load wasn't from a jump-up?
No, there's been some misunderstanding. No mention was made of the fact that the lorry was stolen. And it's put my man here, Terry, in considerable jeopardy. But more importantly, I want my Reddies returned.
Can you believe these clowns?
We'll see who the clowns are when I give the full SP to the old Bill.
Hey, you can't do that, Tel. That's grassing. You'll be bang out of order.
Oh, me doing porridge for nothing, isn't I suppose?
Look, tell the filth whatever you want. Who are they going to believe? You two losers with form, or me, a respectable businessman who's never had a conviction in his life?
Terry. There's no reason why I should be transported like a parcel. A man of my years needs proper back support.
Shut it, Arthur, or we'll drop you off now while we're still moving.
I've got it. I just thought of a way to get you out of this, Tel.
Yeah, go on.
Torch it.
Do what?
Burn it. Set light to the thing. Then there's no chance for forensic.
It's not a bad idea, Terry. Not a bad idea at all. What are you talking about? Of course, if we could find a way to get the gear out first.
Don't be daft, Arthur. Listen, who do you think is going to be lunatic enough to go near that thing now that the old Bill are eyeballing it all the time, eh?
How'd it go then?
If I said badly, Dave, that would be wildly optimistic.
That's the good. Yeah, that geezer was it.
Excuse me, Dave. Sydney, how good to see a real friend and one of your own. Let me buy you a drink. What'll you have?
All right, darling. Hello, mate.
Hello. What are you doing round here?
Looking for you.
Oh, yeah. Why?
See how my favourite one parent's getting on?
Oh, you know, quiet desperation, but coping.
Well, look, I can help you out there. You interested in earning a few quid for yourself and young Peter? Tomorrow?
Do we have to wait that long?
Hello?
Hello?
Is that you, Don?
Yes, Gav.
What's that strange noise? Sounds like a pig.
It is. But you didn't hear that from me.
What? Never mind.
Just making sure you're still awake.
Terry, it's a doddle. We park up in the street round the back of the site because I haven't got that covered.
How'd you know?
Well, I checked it out, didn't I?
Look, with all due respect, Justin, I don't care what you've got worked out. I don't want anything to do with it.
Terry, I do not understand your ingratitude. We are putting ourselves right on offer to save your skin.
Save mine? Listen, it was you two who got me into this in the first place. And anyway, it's poor old Sid who's being put on offer, innit? How did you talk him into this?
Didn't have to. Volunteered the moment he heard about your plight.
Arthur, the man's brain is pickled. He don't know what he's letting himself in for. Where is he, anyway?
Waiting in a van with several litres of lead-free.
I am not going to let that Welsh leak beat me to the collar. You know that, don't you, Mellish?
I think I understand, Gov.
I don't know about this.
Don't worry, Till, it's $1 million.
No, I think Terry's right. I think we should go back to the flat and rethink our strategy.
Leave off, Arthur. This is my big chance, isn't it? You promised me.
See? Or you, make sure you give that cab a good dousing.
Look, Sid, we appreciate you trying to help and all that, but this could turn out really dodgy. Do you know what I'm saying?
Don't worry about my bottle, Till. You can rely on me. I'm one of your own, ain't I?
All right. Right. So what do you reckon, then?
No problem, Till. I can get on top of the cabin. Back up. It's along a bit. You'll have to back up. You'll have to back up.
You'll have to back up. Back up a bit. That's enough. All right.
Petrol.
Petrol. All right, mate. You sure about this?
Leave it to me, Till.
Oi, you! Get back! Back!
Aye, aye. This could be something.
Right, let's go.
But, Gov!
Come on, lads.
Oh, my God. Stop! Stop! It's the police!
You all right, Gov? Well, of course I'm all right, you cretin.
Do you like a cigarette, sir?
No, he's trying to give up.
Hang on. Strong smell of petrol around here.
don't understand it, Dave. It says here the police blame arsonists. Self-inflicted, said he never got a chance to light a match. What does it matter, Arthur? The thing is, Terry is well off the hook. It's a right result. Right result? I'd done £5 in cold. I don't know. That's not so cold. Not in the least humorous, Dave. You're looking at a man facing financial ruin. Yeah, that reminds me. Justin just rang in, said to be round at Terry's about 1 o'clock. Said something about compensation. Compensation?
All right, Peter, now.
What the bloody hell have you done? Good, isn't it?
What's your Arthur? What do you reckon? It's done the trick, innit?
What happened? Who has done this terrible thing to me?
Me, of course.
You.
With a little help from the truck, yeah.
I want him maimed, Terry. I want him dismembered right now.
Leave it out, Arthur. This is the coup, innit? Genuine accident. Kid runs out into the road and I had to swerve violently to avoid killing him. Nothing else I could do. And we got a genuine witness, right, love?
Yeah, could have killed him, couldn't he? It's a miracle he managed to avoid him.
Oh, well, there you go. I mean, what insurance company's going to argue with that, eh?
My policy won't cover all this.
No, but the one I took out on the truck for the day will. And it didn't hardly cost me anything.
Well, that's about right, isn't it?
What?
Classic Daily Enterprises economics. Out to lose £5, but gain 2 in one 24-hour business blitz. Yeah. He might be in the gutter, but he's looking at the drains.
Shouldn't that be the stars?